Shut up, Streamlabs. I know my microphone was muted. I'm muted. I'm the one who did it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to TCG Card Shop Simulator. We are back with a double feature event. This time we have swapped out Slow Guy Kaz, and since we could not unlock Fast Guy Gaz, we have settled for Xander.
I am Cornholio.
Oh, God.
You're in for a long stream, brother.
I'm in for a long-ass stream. Why don't you give everybody a little fucking introduction to the madness we're about to get into?
Yeah, I'm Xander. I'm referred to as the 4chan of the Fire Emblem community, which I don't know if that's a good or bad title, but
that sounds
it's
bad.
the one that I've been given.
That sounds very bad. I don't know how you fucking mistake that one for good, but it sounds really negative to me.
Well, you know, I don't beat around the bush when it comes to jokes and stuff. I'm willing to get super edgy, which is a blessing and a curse.
I mean, everything for content, am I right?
Oh yeah. But so what is this game exactly? Because it seems like it's kind of this build your empire thing, but with trading cards.
It's effectively that. Like it's yet another of the, oh, let's take a mundane task and make a simulator game out of it, like gas station, grocery store. I was gonna say crime scene cleaner, but that doesn't exactly scream mundane activity to me. And according to Serenity, that game is actually like fucking horrifying. So.
Oh,
maybe I should leave that off the list, but like, you know how we've been just under a barrage of sim games for like the last, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years.
Oh god, yeah, I've played a couple of them. There was one I played that was not only like AI generated slop, but the devs were also doing some really shady stuff where they were like they were censoring people on Reddit and YouTube comments, and like they were effectively just like sending bots out to harass anyone who talked bad about their game. It was kind of funny.
I kind of thought you were going to say that I kind of thought you were going to say that the devs were also AI generated slop.
I wouldn't be surprised. But
oh god, can you imagine?
I don't know if you've ever seen any of their games, but it's I forgot the name of them, but they made the really bad police simulator that's kind of been going around, and I think my video on it's like one of my most successful videos. But
was it like one of those videos like that's like stay away from this kind of a game? Was it like one of yeah, okay, yeah, those are actually really helpful.
Yeah, it was a whole video where I'm just like, yeah, I don't want, I don't think anyone should play. Like, I think the title was something along the lines of, I got this game for free on PlayStation Plus, and it was still too expensive.
Oh, that reminds me of the time I spent $2 on a copy of the Bee Movie, and I still felt like I got ripped off.
Well, you know, anytime you're not being paid to watch the Bee Movie is you getting ripped off.
That's just time I'm just not getting back.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't even know what the number would be, like what the price would be to pay in order to get somebody to watch that movie and not rip them off.
I was talking about this the other day. I think it came up during Repo, but it's someone in someone else's chat. Might have been Kaz, might have been Sparky, might have been yours. Don't remember. Someone mentioned the Bee Movie, and I was saying that there'd be one way you could actually get me to sit down and like watch that movie now, and it would be to remake it as a live action, but keep the cast exactly the same. Like, I want giant yellow face Jerry Seinfeld dressed as a bee. That's what I want, and I will watch your movie.
That sounds incredible. Like,
right?
That sounds fantastic.
That's how you fix the movie.
God. Yeah, no, that would actually get me to watch that again, because I feel like something about that would just be so unbelievably cursed that you just have to watch it. Like, it's just like, oh god, have you ever seen clips from Strokemon?
No, but that sounds awful just from the sound of it. I'm assuming it's Pokemon with strokes?
It is the porn parody of Pokemon. You have to have seen the Pikachu, because that went around for years as like a cursed image.
Is it?
Oh god!
Is it as? I don't know. I think you're about to offer to send it to me. I don't think I want to see it.
I will DM it to you later. It's nothing like the image wouldn't be like pornographic or anything.
No,
I
didn't think it would be.
Like,
just sounds cursed.
You need to see what this looks like, because I can't put into words. It is too like just abominable. Like, it's just awful. And you gotta remember, this was designed to like turn people on so that they jerk off, and instead they created something that's used for like creepypasta jump scares. So
it's not where the Pikachu picture that Madness keeps talking about comes from, is it?
No, that is, I think, somebody's workshop. Like, they make game characters and stuff, because he also sent me, I think, a Mario one, but it's like not as cursed. But no, this is completely different.
Okay.
It was like a meme in the 2010s, though. So
well, you said this was from a porn parody, right?
What?
You said it was from a porn parody, right?
It is, yeah. It's
Okay.
from a porn parody called Strokemon.
My wondering now is it from either the same people or the same era as that really terrible Sailor Moon porn parody they made?
Oh, yes,
Like
I know which one you're
ages
talking
ago,
about.
where like I think like Lexi Bell plays Sailor Moon, and her wig is just the stuff of fucking nightmares.
It's really bad.
I just realized that my chat box isn't
bad.
up.
The weird part is, isn't she like blonde already?
Usually, I mean, I don't really think most porn stars are gonna have like a canon hair color unless it's what their identity is, like the chick
Yeah.
with the blue hair.
Yeah.
I'm
love
pretty sure
how,
blue-
like,
I'm pretty sure
the
blue is in her name.
degeneracy- The degeneracy has already seeped in. We're
took
like,
no
what, less
time.
than 10 minutes in.
No time whatsoever. The only person I think it's gonna get worse for is probably Sparky. I think he is literally on a mission to see how fast can we get this show canceled. Which, to be fair, I'm surprised I haven't done it yet.
I'm hopeful for him. You know, if I don't do it, he'll do it. That's the dream right there.
That fucking line from Dragon Ball Z whenever he uses the Dragon Punch, he just yells, "If I don't, who will?"
Yes, exactly. But yeah, no, this is. I mean, honestly, as far as Sims goes, this looks pretty solid.
The mods have done a very good job with it, and even if they hadn't, like, I think the core game is benefited from other sim games coming first, kind of like how.
Yeah.
Like a lot of Abridged series, I think, were rough in the get-go, but once other ones kind of paved the way and set the standards, it was a lot easier to like make sense of them.
Well, yeah, because I mean, on that topic, I would make an argument that probably Dragon Ball Z Abridged was like the first one to set the standard, right? Because even though like Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged had been out for like 2 years at that point,
It's incredibly rough in the start.
yeah, the first like 2 seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged are very rough to watch.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
there's some really good bits in there, but yeah, they are. Oof.
Miranda got me to watch like the first couple of seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged because I was never really a big fan of it, but I was like, okay, I can see some jokes here, but like, yeah, this needed some time to cook. But even the first season of DBZ Abridged, before they really found their footing, was also not as rough as that, but pretty rough.
It was rough, but it was still like watchable. There are episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged I would argue are just completely unwatchable from the start.
Yeah.
Like just absolute throwaways. Like I would just skip over them if I was marathoning it. No, Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged definitely, I think, peaked probably in the oh god, like the arc where they went into the cyber world. That was probably around it.
Yeah. Okay, so then that would have been after Battle City. I was thinking like maybe Battle City would have salvaged it, but I guess that was still too
Battle
old.
City is still very good.
Hey, Artie.
But yeah, no, it definitely gets to like I would say it starts to peak at like the end of Battle City, and then going into Cyber World, that's when like Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge really starts to kick into overdrive.
I'm concerned because my Discord just popped up on my screen that Serenity wrote in the creepypasta channel, "Is this the Pokemon porn parody?" And I'm afraid to go look.
I will look for you.
Okay.
I
Take
will
one
take
for the
this
team.
bullet. Yeah.
Pop on
I'm
that
gonna do
grenade.
it. I will sacrifice myself for the cause. It's okay.
Long
All right, let me
pause.
just see. Let me just see. Yep, there it is.
Oh, God.
There it is.
I will cough on all of you. Don't do that. You have Rona. It's confirmed. You took that thing that looked suspicious like a pregnancy test, and everyone was going to wish you congratulations until they realized that it was a fucking COVID test.
Oh no.
I think it was Madness who wrote that, and I just died laughing. Like, I was all set to wish you congratulations until I saw the word on top of that.
Yeah.
He's a good
Madness
chap,
is
that
a
Madness.
gift. He's a gift and a curse. That's what he is.
That's suspiciously how Berserker described you when I had him on here.
Yeah, I saw a bit that. I watched the first hour of that. I believe the word that was used about me was irredeemable.
I think that sounds right.
Yeah, I distinctly remember that because you guys were talking about me trying to get Yvonne killed in Rebellion Saga.
Yep.
Well, I mean, look, it's like the most she can contribute, so you know.
I disagree with that. She's like any good trainee. Like you put a bit of work into her, and she's gonna do stuff. But where the fuck did I put all my dice in there?
Well, my main problem with her is just that, like, Rebellion is such a short game, and, like, she joins you at minimum, like, what, 1 chapter in? Or, no, 2 chapters in. So, like, you're talking about a character that, like, needs time to get going, but isn't available from the start. And, like, Garant is there from the start and is a better unit, so just, feed him.
I mean, if we're gonna make that argument, there's always the Ralph-Near-shaped elephant in the room of trainees that need time to cook but don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with Ralph Near. I hope they kind of like address him in DE.
The only fix I've ever seen for people that made any sense to me was putting him in the game earlier, and a lot of people will just put him in the ships on Hornheim for chapter 2, but unfortunately that means there's like 5 units that are joining you in that 1 chapter.
Yeah, another place you could put him is in chapter 15, because the thing with chapter 15 is it's already a grind chapter. So like,
refresh my memory off the number. Which one was 15 again?
That is the one
ship, right?
Where it's the boat raid.
Okay.
It's where like you're coming out of Onderon going into Hornheim.
That could work because there's only Aisha that joins you for that chapter, and I guess Caroline if you got her.
Yeah,
so yeah, that would be a little bit less burdening.
Yeah, and it would help because it's like, again, that is a very grind like heavy chapter, right? And it's just spamming enemies at you from all directions, which I don't know how I've ever felt about that chapter, because on one hand, I'm like, I understand it's a necessary evil, because like in an Iron Man, you might be absolutely devastated coming out of chapter 14, but at the same time, to just have like an enemy spam chapter, even if it is an easy one, is just kind of funny.
I really like that chapter, but I don't think I've ever had such a juxtaposition of, I like this chapter, but this boss can fuck right off, as I do with Mr. Dude on the Right Ship.
Yeah, you're talking about what's his name. Yeah, no, he is. I honestly feel like kind of overtuned in hard mode.
He very slightly is. He very slightly is. I think on Lunatic he's a little overtuned, but it's more just. I think it's specifically there's no safe venue to approach him from. Like he's you can't put yourself on like a decent barrel defensive terrain or anything and then deal with him safely. It's just. It's always going to be a risk no matter how you spin it, and I think that's what bothers me the most. I'm going to have to start moving shit soon.
Well, it almost seems to me like they want Caroline to be kind of the counter to him, or like a promote Fred, but the problem is like Fred's not guaranteed to be promoted, especially in like an Iron Man setting.
Or even used.
Caroline, I think, is too slow to deal with him, if I remember right.
That's likely. He is extremely fast, plus I believe one of his weapons is a brave weapon.
I can't remember if that's in hard or in Lunatic or both, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's hard where he has the brave sword, and then Lunatic he has, I want to say it's like a Reaver, but I could be wrong.
It's possible. It's been a little while since I've sat down and like gone through Anderon, but I always played on Lunatic anyway, so whatever I know would be from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we like with Burrs, I think like partway through the stream we just started like talking about his tier list of like Anderon characters and dissecting those, because like he and Artie both weren't like Yu-Gi-Oh kids, they weren't card kids, so it's like, all right, well, what are we gonna talk about? And it just devolved into random stuff about other games, which was kind of fun. Yeah. So it really doesn't have to like just be about this stuff. Like for example, do you have any like you're always full of fucking projects that you're overburdened with? You want to tell people about like what you're working on?
Yeah. So I've got a FE12 draft race with Eric and Tactical coming up. We don't know when that's happening. I have to make the server for that. We have a Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke draft race coming up with TAC and I believe ICC. There was somebody else who wanted in, but I now legitimately cannot remember who it is because it's been talked about so much by like so many people. And then I have a Mario Sunshine race coming up with somebody that I can't say yet, but
is it because
I'm
like they
looking
haven't
forward
fully like locked in, or is there like some other reason why you can't?
It's more so I want to keep it a surprise, and I think he wants to keep it a surprise, so
Fair.
we're both kind of like holding off from talking about it until it happens. But yeah, no, it's locked in. We just have to figure out a date because we're both horribly busy.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for this mysterious person, but you have a very bad habit of overcommitting yourself.
Mike, you actually know who it is because I offered you the spot in the race as well, and I told you who it was. But
Bold of you to remember, bold of you to assume that I remember anything that's talked about.
Yeah.
Not even from a lack of caring. It's legitimately just like my memory is terrible.
Oh no, I have the same problem. Mostly for birthdays. I'm really bad for birthdays.
If Facebook didn't exist, I would not remember anyone's birthday besides Miranda's and my brother's, and that's because, well, Miranda obviously, and my brother's is just really, it just stands out to me in my brain for some reason.
Probably because he's your brother.
Nope, because I couldn't tell you what my mom's birthday is.
That bastard. I've always hated him.
No, we got past that part of our relationship. We talked about that earlier on stream, actually, where I was talking about how much I didn't want siblings growing up, and I made sure to tell them every day.
Yeah, you said that in one of the Dark Souls streams. You actually talked about that too. That's kind of interesting.
I didn't want siblings because, like, to me, I've always been a practical person. Like, regardless of how, because I've had depression since I was like eight years old because I knew we had like money issues and it would just stem into nightmares and blah blah blah. So like when they were like, oh, you're gonna have a sister, and my brain's first thought was, why? We can't afford the stuff we have now. And then we had I'm almost like 12 or 13 when fucking Cody gets born. Or I guess I was closer to 9 or 10 when he gets born. And it's just like, why do you keep doing this? Like, we can't afford these things that you keep bringing home.
Yeah, it's so it's kind of interesting because I don't have any siblings. I do have a stepsister I haven't talked to in like 15 years, but mostly because my father and my stepmother kind of poisoned her against me and kind of like told her I was this awful person because they had this narrative going on when I was growing up. Because effectively my father had a life insurance policy and his entire thing was trying to get custody of me as a kid so he could kill me and make it look like an accident. I wish I was joking.
I'm sitting here going like, that is some serious lore that just got fucking dropped on us here, guys. Like, what the hell?
I don't.
Dude, you have a fucking supervillain origin story and you are not using it. Like,
I'd rather just have people think I'm a dick. It's fine.
I honestly think you should probably burn down an orphanage at some point just to justify your own existence.
I probably should have thought about. I've thought about jumping into a vat of acid to kind of like complete the arc. You know, just like go all the way.
That wasn't acid that he fell into though. That was just weird chemicals.
It was chemicals. Yeah.
Acid would have killed the Joker, dude. Like I might have failed science, but even I know that much.
Yeah, it's funny too because even like mainline Batman lore kind of just says like, oh, it was a vat of acid, right? Which is like, no, it wasn't. It was chemicals. Like it was a chemical mixture. But
it was chemicals, but exclusively not Chemical X, because I think that's the one that made the Powerpuff Girls.
Yes, although amusingly enough, I think that actually does exist in DC canon.
Wait, are Powerpuff Girls a DC property?
No, but they've done crossovers, I believe, and I'm pretty sure there was a reference to Chemical X at some point. I can't remember when or where, but I'm pretty confident like it exists in the DC universe.
That's really interesting. I actually didn't know that. That's cool.
There's a lot of weird stuff relating to DC. It's kind of like how the Ninja Turtles are canon to both DC and Marvel, because like they've collabed with Batman before, but also the fact that like their origins directly tie into Daredevil's origins.
Well, they're also canon to fucking Bandai as well, because they fought the fucking Power Rangers at one point.
Yeah, that was funny. Like, what were they thinking with that crossover?
I don't think they were. I think that's honestly the long and the short of it. I don't think they were thinking.
Yeah, Tactical and I actually talked about that, like the Power Rangers Turtles crossover, and like how, like, it technically made sense in terms of like, oh, this is like a thing that could happen, like with the companies and stuff. But like, why was it a thing there? And of all the series to do it in, why did you choose to do it in Power Rangers in space?
Right. I would have been and like using. I don't even think they used the costumes from any of the movies. I think they used the costumes from the fucking live action show that had the female turtle in it, Venus.
Oh, Mike, no, you sweet summer child. They couldn't even get those costumes. They legitimately went down to like a costume shop and bought Ninja Turtle costumes for that fucking filming.
Okay, so my next guess was going to be they got the costumes from the concerts. The coming out of their shell concerts. I thought that was what
God, those things.
Like those things haunt my fucking nightmares.
Yeah, I've seen
right.
like
I think it's time
from those.
I think it's time to hire
legitimate nightmare fuel.
We're gonna hire Maddie. Get to work, Missy, wherever you are.
I don't like Maddie's smug smile in that photo.
That's okay. She's here to do cashier work. Cashier, yeah. So Kathy's gonna get regulated to stalking. Maddie's gonna be a cashier as soon as she fucking gets her ass to work.
Now, when can we purchase a under the desk motivator?
I think that's a different mod. However, you know what? She looks like she'd be down to clown.
Yeah, she definitely does. Also, sunglasses chick probably would.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, go man the counter. I'm going to tell the other girl to go stalking. All right. First, go set all the prices.
She looks like she's dressed more so to work in a nightclub than to work at a comic book shop or like a card shop.
Which one, Kathy here?
Yeah, leopard print girl.
She's in standard MILF attire.
Right.
Wait, where are you? Get to work.
Not the best first impression, ma'am.
And if I have to tell you more than once to get to work, you have done a bad job.
Fire her ass, get sunglasses girl.
I don't think we have I don't think I could even get her yet. Sunglasses girl requires a store level of 35. I need 9 levels to get that.
Damn, okay.
Serenity's saying that for the Turtles thing, that apparently it was Spirit Halloween where they got those costumes.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
I wouldn't doubt it. Although Spirit Halloween is, like, quite a bit higher quality than you would normally expect. Like, at least I've never looked at something and been like, this feels cheap.
Yeah, there was actually, I think, God, some reviewer said this, and I don't remember who, but they said that the costumes that they used for Power Rangers that they bought at Spirit Halloween looked better than the ones they had for the TV show.
That's hilarious.
Which is kind of like, I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult.
It's a complisult.
Complisalts are fantastic.
One of those.
But
yeah, want to make sure the shelves have
I do have a bit of a reputation, I am aware. And the funniest moment ever, I think, that's ever happened to me was when Davis read something I said in chat and then immediately went, "Oh God, Xander," like a disappointed father.
To be fair, with it, when he still had his beard and his mustache, he kind of looked like a disappointed father. We lost a great champion that day when he shaved that off.
Yeah, I mean it's basically back already.
That's true.
Yeah.
Some people just look like really off without facial hair because it's like we were going through after Repo the other night. My friends and I were just like going through old photos on like Discord, just like sharing because I have all of the photos I ever had before because I found them on an old hard drive. So I was just going through and showing them, and I like sent a picture of my brother in a costume from when we did Gravity Falls characters, and like fucking nobody recognized him because he has this giant beard now, and that's just how we're used to seeing him.
Yeah, there's some people who genuinely would look weird without a beard. Amusingly enough, the only thing that separates me and Morgan is that he has a beard and is 10 years older than me. Other than that, we look almost the same, which is kind of funny.
I don't know if that's a compliment towards you or an insult towards him that you both look the same despite 10 years of age.
Well,
Like-
I mean, he hasn't aged that badly. Like he looks on the younger side of like late 30s, but it's just kind of funny that like our family legitimately mistakes us sometimes from a distance. So like
The fact that I don't know. Again, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I'm trying to figure that out.
It's funny too, because like the two ways they kind of know us when it's like up close is one, his hair's darker, but also two, like he has a beard, I don't, and like I'm taller than him, which kind of, you know, helps distinguish the two.
Have you considered growing a beard solely to dress as him for Halloween?
That would be funny. I cannot grow a beard. I've tried. I get like whiskers.
I'm in the same boat actually. Mine comes in all patchy. Like if you've ever seen the movie Joe Dirt, where he explains how his facial hair is all weird. That's mine. What the hell did I just? I just saw someone go. This costs $8. All indignant. Fuck you, sir. If you don't like it, you can fucking shop somewhere else.
Yeah, we're the only card shop in town, idiot.
Again, I love to picture that I'm just actually doing that in the store, like leaping over a counter to scream at somebody.
Yeah, I like to imagine I'm like an employee and we're just ganging up on him. Like, it's just like, yeah, go screw yourself. Go to another store, loser.
Well,
wait,
I mean, I was yelling like fucking very inappropriate things at my staff in the last stream when it was raining outside. I was like, man, all of my fucking, like, all of these people are getting wet on the way home. And then I ran up to fucking Kathy and I was like, you're gonna get damp later. And fucking Kaz was like, oh my god.
I'm pretty sure that would qualify as sexual harassment if you said that in real life.
It would. But here's the thing. Who's she gonna call? HR? I am HR.
Well, there you go. See, that's the strat right there.
I'm gonna use a line that I personally hated hearing from every workplace I've ever been, which is, if you don't like how you're being treated here, you can always quit. It's the shittiest thing. It's so shitty to tell people that.
Oh my god, it is such like a degrading and insulting thing to say, because it's like, yeah, I know the economy isn't great. You can't just walk in and get a job, but yeah, well, if you don't like it, you can go somewhere else. Oh wait, you can't. That's right.
Yep. Don't forget, you're here forever.
Yep. But no, I feel like I'm actually the first person you brought on the show who actually knows Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is
yes,
kind of funny.
Besides possibly Sam, who was definitely more of a Pokemon Digimon person. But everyone else was just like, I know tangentially nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh! So, well, why don't you walk us through your experience with both Yu-Gi-Oh! And card games in general?
So I played competitive like Pokemon during kind of what is considered to be the golden age of between like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and like XY.
Okay.
And then I stopped playing it into the Sun and Moon era because like one, the game was kind of devolving into this really bad format that I didn't particularly like, and also cards were getting comically expensive. Like there was one point, I think there was a Rayquaza or something that was like $1,000, which was just absurd. And then when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, I've played here and there. Like I've done a few tournaments, but for the most part, it's mostly just been, I like to build the decks I build, play with friends, and that's about it.
That's honestly the only way to really have fun with it anymore, because if you play the meta decks, like, you're either A, playing solitaire, where your turns take forever, or B, you're playing those decks that you just draw 5 cards and you know right out of that gate if you've won or lost. Which is the saddest thing. I don't like games that are won and lost in the first move. I like back and forth. I like, okay, I go, then you go, then I go, then you. Like, I like that.
Yeah, tying into Yu-Gi-Oh! And also kind of projects I do have planned for the future, I am planning to set up some kind of Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament. I don't know like how it's gonna be, but I do kind of want to just make it so it's like, hey, just play what you want to play, and try and make fun decks instead of broken decks. You know, so it's like, oh, we'll like ban whatever the current meta is, and then people are forced to play archetypes. So that way it's just, you know, the good old fashioned Yu-Gi-Oh! Experience.
Well, where would you cut off? Because like for me, I definitely think Yu-Gi-Oh! Was at its best after Exceeds were made, which was the black cards. Synchros were also pretty solid because both of those things gave even older decks like a lot of room to function. Very good first day. Hold on. What was your name again? Maddie. Very good first day.
Yeah, she's doing a good job. We give her like an ass pat to make her, know
like
how
just
we
dole out a
appreciate her.
ceremonial butt pat.
Yeah, just like it's not even like sexual harassment. It's just like you're doing a good job. I feel like I should reward you.
A buddy of mine for World of Warcraft used to have a macro on his keyboard that every time they would finish a dungeon, he did a button, and the instructions would just say "doles out ceremonial butt pats to all the allies."
That's good.
Yeah,
that's really funny.
My brother made one for when we used to play Heroes of the Storm, when he'd play as like Malthael, and his ult was something to the effect of like, does X amount of damage in the next few seconds, and if it does us over a threshold, it just instantly kills them because they have to be like really low in health. So every time he'd use his ult, it also played the Omayo no Shinryu. Nani?
Oh, the Kenshiro.
Yeah, it would just do that automatically.
Yeah.
You know we're closed and you're allowed to go home, right? Like, Kathy left.
Well, look, she's trying to impress you, She's like, oh, it's my first day. I want to make sure that, you're impressed by my performance.
All right,
so
well, when you're done, yeah, when you're done, lock up.
She's just going to stand in the window like a mannequin.
Hey, Knight, welcome back. Oh, I didn't see this. Just to say this, a first-time cosplayer can make a better outfit than Spirit Halloween. I've never noticed I looked up and I thought she was still standing there. Oh, my cards are back.
It would be funny, actually. But yeah, going into what you were saying about the eras of Yu-Gi-Oh, I think... So Link's definitely got a bad rap, but mostly because of the fact that Konami pushed out Master Rule 4, which was probably one of the most stupid, idiotic Master Rules I've ever seen in the history of the game. And then Pendulums was awful. It nearly killed the entire franchise.
I'm just gonna say, if you include Pendulums, then you've already lost my business.
Yeah, no, Pendulums are horrible.
I still haven't forgiven Cliff Orfs, and I don't even know what to call those things, so I can get mad at them.
Do you know what the problem with them was? It's not that the idea was bad, it was how it was done, because it was almost always done to just like create this spammy game that was just not fun to play, and like 90% of like what they were built around was like protecting themselves. So like once you had a couple of things set up, you would basically won the game on turn one, and there were so many win conditions for a lot of decks.
You really did have to take like 2 shots at every single one of their boss creatures just to kill them, and it was ridiculous.
It was absurd. It was absolutely absurd. And like the fact that they could come back from the dead unless they had like a clause in their effect, it was just insane. There was
and that wasn't even just them. That was strictly just how pendulum summons work. That's why that Pepe deck was so toxic as well, because they had those same those same like safeties. Also,
unless you had an archetype that specifically had a clause that said like it could not be brought back, like everything was just, oh, you killed it, well now it's back the next turn, so I guess you should have taken your shot when you had the chance.
Yeah, exactly. And that just leads to reckless playing and just more frustrations. I don't even know why I'm still doing stock. I have a stock person for this now.
Now, Xyz was weird because I love Xyz in of themselves. I hate some of the like stack decks that were made with it, where it's like, oh, we just keep using things as material until we get like a monster that just can't be killed because it has like 90 materials on, and in fact that says more materials means more safety.
Oh yeah, that was pushing it too far. Although I personally, when I used to play tournaments, never ran into too many of those. It was usually like Xyz were more used to make archetypes that couldn't have worked otherwise actually work, or to give you more options as a toolbox. Like a lot of people would run just rank 4s because rank 4s were the most common ones, and there was a good variety. You could build a whole deck out of just that.
Well, and I did love the fact that like Xyz were able to make like vampires into a legitimate archetype, and they were able to make like the quants and stuff. But then you had like the true kings, and that's where it started to go wrong.
I remember getting so excited when Harpies was actually playable.
Yeah, Harpies is cool.
Oh my god, I love that. I said I liked Madolches the other day, and then Sparky literally leaned into chat and went, gross. So I think I put up that Madolche poster out of spite.
The funny part is, I actually like Madolches as well. I think they're a
yeah,
fun deck.
I was like, I'm pretty okay with these. Like, they're the cute little pastry creatures, and they didn't need to go right into fucking being like loot characters just to sell. They were just cute, and they worked.
Yeah. They're cute, they're a fun deck to play, and they have been viable throughout various points in Yu-Gi-Oh history.
Yeah, I was actually surprised when I heard that Burning Abyss like made like 3 different comebacks after they were supposedly killed off.
Do you know what actually at their core Madolches kind of are? They're like ghost tricks, except they function.
I was gonna say they also function kind of like wind-ups, because wind-up was all about the hand, like destroying the opponent's hand, which they could also do.
Well, I'm more so referring to the idea of like a
wind-ups.
cute deck that actually has value to it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say like, oh, Toons has the same problem, but Toons actually has been weirdly enough viable at certain points.
They're so bad that when they get support, their support is extremely good. Like, Toon Table of Contents is fucking overpowered. Like, search for your main card or any monster or any spell that has Toon in it. Like, wow.
Including itself, which is so funny. Like the fact that it can just search for itself.
And it has no limits, so you can do it multiple times.
Yep. I mean, it just, oh man, Toons are fun. Toons are a fun deck, but they are usually pretty bad unless they get like a very specific format in their favor. But I love me some Toons. Toons are good.
Yeah, and they keep making like really eccentric ones. Like they'll make they'll take this monster. It's like, hey, here's a popular monster. Make it a Toon, which requires basically no brain power. Just pick something that's popular, make a Toon variant of it, and there you go. You've got something that sells.
One I've wanted for the longest time, and it's partially because I am like the biggest vampires like archetype fanboy out there, is I would love if they did like a Toon Vampire Lord or something. Like, just, I don't know, it'd be funny. I kind of want them to just start like handpicking monsters from like other archetypes and just adding them into the Toons.
Hey, look at that. We talked about Madolches a few minutes ago, and Sparky jumped back into chat again.
Sparky's like, I heard somebody talking positively about Madolche.
Gotta stop that shit right now.
Yeah, we gotta immediately shut that shit down.
It's okay. Look,
wrong.
Sparky, look, see, waifus. See, it's all good. Waifus.
Yeah. Stare at the waifu wall until your channel gets taken down, Mike. That's the play.
There's not enough stuff on there yet. I gotta put more up.
Okay.
Actually, that's fair. Why don't you give me a number between 1 and, let's say, 35?
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'm asking you to pick a number between 1 and 35.
69.
Well, that's not between those.
Okay, fine. 13. Lucky number 13.
I'm pretty sure we already have that one, but let me double check. We do. All right, pick another number.
Okay. 14.
I'm also pretty sure we have that one too. No, we don't. We did not get Gaga Girl yet.
Oh, there we go. Like, what? Why do we just have like a hentai wall?
That would be closer to this one over here, really.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one's the hentai wall. This is like the what is it called? Like ecchi? Like this.
Well, because I can't put a hentai wall in the game and then stream it. Where's my booba poster, Mike? I don't know if I put that specific image on there because I already had some of that character. Because I was trying to keep it to every character only gets one poster, and then I ran out of monsters, so I started including other characters, and then I ran out of characters, so I started doubling up on the really good pieces of art. I see everything is as horny as I left it. Welcome back, Kaz. We hired somebody new, look! And she's not, weirdly enough, she looks more like a MILF, but is not dressed like a MILF. I should probably stop saying this to her.
Yeah, she might, I don't know, I think she's into it. Because I feel like she's kind of like embraced her milfy goodness, whereas like the other one just, I mean, she's in denial. I mean, look at the leopard print, you know?
Nah, Mike, she's into it. Mike hired a second MILF. This whole store is going to be MILFs at some point.
Oh, we can dream. We can dream.
All right, so
yeah, I have like a history of some trading card games, but the one I've never touched and probably will never touch is Magic. I don't think I'm ever gonna go there.
That's fair.
It's try and get me into it, but Magic is just, I don't know, man. What was that just fell through the floor?
It was the wall. I was knocking down walls to put more stock in.
I don't think that's how walls work.
What are you talking about? That's how renovations work. Look, I got a window now too.
I don't think windows
that wasn't
just
there before. I'm just
and
I'm literally
walls
just
phase.
I'm devouring this entire apartment building and turning it into my storage room. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you're just like actually chewing it, like you're chewing the walls and eating them just to get rid of them. It's like, well, you know, renovations are pricey, but if I eat the wall,
then I don't have to buy food.
Exactly.
Ignore the physics, Xander, unless they involve jiggle. Truing. It is the path.
Maxing is based.
We coined a few terms during the last stream with Kaz. We've coined Jesus maxing.
Yep, that was my fault.
Yep, we have established Fast Guy Gaz as his rival.
That was also my fault.
I think you contributed more to the Kaz lore than anything else. Weirdly enough.
This is my contribution to society. This is how I make up for all the degenerate bullshit I pull on a regular basis.
It's like that fucking line from the live action Spider-Man where he's like, "This is my gift. It is my curse."
Yeah, I haven't watched the second half of the Berserker episode, but I assume there was eventually a discussion of like, has Xander been a net positive or not?
Xander, do you just want to stream for me going forward? Oh yeah, and I had to have the jar explained to me because I didn't fucking know what that was. Thanks for that, chat.
What was explained to you? Wait.
What the jar was.
Wait, what do you mean what the jar was?
Look, if you don't know, please don't ask them to repeat it. Just go watch the last episode.
Chat, repeat it. Tell me.
No,
immediately.
don't.
I can't even see chat. That's the funny part. Like, I don't have Twitch pulled up because I can like can't on this computer. For some reason, I don't know why, but this computer and Twitch do not work together. It just immediately cuts out.
Cass is chanting for it, and Serenity's like, please don't do it.
I assume it's pretty bad because Serenity's kind of a pure child.
Yep, she is. If she's telling you it's too much, it's too much.
Yeah, Serenity is the anti-Xander.
How is that possible? Does that mean you're never horny on main? Because that's what that would mean. All right, I need to get some more room going here. So we got to buy that license. And all right, I guess that means I have a blank check to open all of these packs because now they're in my way.
Based.
When a mommy jar and a daddy liquid love each other very much. God damn it, Knight.
Oh no.
Imagine not being horny on main.
Work terms.
That's probably the closest you're gonna get to a not safe for work, or sorry, a safe for work description of what it is.
Beautiful. So, Mike.
Yes.
When are we racing Shotgun Mario? That's what I want to know.
Well, I mean, that is so far down my priority list that I don't know. I do not know. Have they added shotguns to other games in the time that you've been waiting for me to do this? I thought I saw like other games like with a shotgun mod to them now, and I'm like, I feel like this exists solely because Xander is just trying to get people to play Shotgun Mario.
Yeah, they're just like, we have to quickly put shotguns in other games. We have to get that guy who's obsessed with Shotgun Mario to play other things.
Yep.
It's becoming a sickness. But yeah, no, I'm still waiting on you and Eric because I'm like, I have to get this.
I would say honestly,
together.
just edit it without me. Like, don't worry about it. I'm so far down the list. Like, unless you're just so strapped for jokes that you don't have enough content to fill a video.
I think I have like enough for probably around 45 minutes of content already, just off of like the Race with Madness alone.
How long do you like to make your compilations usually?
About as long as like they can get. Basically, like I'll just put as much as I can into it. And if it's short, it's short. If it's long, it's long. I think like the longest compilation I've ever made was when I did Paper Mario: The Origami King. That was like, I want to say close to 3 hours or over 3 hours.
Okay.
But I mean, that was like a 30-hour game, so.
Yeah. So knocking it down to 10% of its. Hello. Thanks for walking through me, dude. Super cool of you.
Was inside you.
He was. I didn't like. Were you around earlier when the fucking guy walked up and stopped in front of me? But like we were basically melding into it. God, that was horrifying.
Yeah, I said in chat. I think that's also around the time when you like lost the stream. But I said
I crashed like
Mike,
right after that.
Yeah, I was like, Mike, I didn't know you were dragging me into a horror game. You should have warned me in advance. It was like something along those lines.
Oh, hey, look,
because I was just. I've seen that happen before, where like an NPC will get like uncomfortably close, and then you'll just see like eyeballs, teeth, or like the inside of their head.
That's like a Gmod thing, isn't it? Like primarily, like that's where that stuff started. Was like stuff like Gmod.
Gmod. Also, there's some like RPGs, especially in like the GameCube, PS2 era, where they decide that NPCs didn't need to have like hitboxes, so you could just go inside them.
Giggity.
Oh, Mike, I have to ask you this because I don't think I've ever asked you this. Have you ever played the Super Nintendo Beavis and Butthead game?
It's fucking terrible.
Oh, it's so bad.
Like not even from like it's so bad it's good. Like if you're gonna play a Beavis and Butthead game, you're way better off playing the Sega one, because at least it looks finished. But like, fuck me, is it bad?
Yeah, it's on the list of like Super Nintendo games that seem unfinished and were just released because they were like a licensed property.
It really does. It really does. And it bugs me because like when I can easily describe a video game as just it feels like someone's screaming in an empty room and people know what I'm talking about, that's a bad video game.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Dennis the Menace game for, I think it's the NES.
Both of them are really bad. Same with the Home Alone games. Almost all of them are broken messes of games.
The Home Alone game is amazing. The one thing I always remember about that game is the JonTron video. Like that is eternally what I associate it with, where it's like I could moonwalk and they just like it's like best game ever.
Kaz just narrowed down exactly. So Kaz said one thing, and it's exactly what I always remember about the Dennis the Menace game. It was based on the fact that you're not looking at chat.
Yeah, I'm not. I can't read chat at the moment.
Right. What do you think the one thing he said was that would remind me of Dennis the Menace the game?
It's got to be the Game Grumps bit, right?
It is. Mr. Wilson, yes, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she went home.
Whoa.
Wow.
Fire her. She's slacking.
Sir. Oh, God damn it. It's happening again. All right, so one thing I notice with staff members is if their shift is done, they'll just fucking leave boxes wherever and go the fuck home. And I'm like, fuck off.
They're like, not my problem.
Do you want the trap mommy art for the lewd wall or the almost hentai wall? Yes. The answer is yes. Also, why are you guys talking about whether fucking a ghost is necrophilia again? I thought you put that argument to bed earlier.
See, this is my fault because they know that's safe to goon when I'm around.
Like, I just looked over chat and I'm like, why are they discussing this a second fucking time today?
But see, the real question is why wouldn't they, you know?
I can't argue with that logic, but I still don't like it.
Yeah. You have to live with it.
Apparently.
You have to bargain with it, you know?
That's one of the stages of coping, right?
Yeah,
bargaining.
And grief, but mostly coping. But yeah, no, it's just I was like, oh, I have time today to come on the stream because you've been asking me about it for like a couple of days now. And I was like, oh, I don't really have time. And then I spent all last night editing, and I'm like, I do not have the energy to stream on my own, so I will gladly co-host this with you.
I can piggyback off of someone else's energy. It's
exactly. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I always feel like I do better in general when I have like a co-host of some kind.
That's totally valid.
Because I feel like on my own, like not only can I be kind of dull, but also on the opposite end of that, I can be a bit much. I am well aware.
It does happen sometimes where you're sitting there going like, I honestly like what's a really good example? Like when I was gonna do Danganronpa and we ended up doing like a group thing for it, it was because I was like, I don't think I have the capacity to make this funny solo. One, there's so much reading. Two, there's so many
Yeah.
characters. I can't do that many voices. Like, I can do some, but that's a lot. Three, like, half the cast is fucking female. What do I do there?
See, the funny thing is, I feel like when it comes to reading, like, first of all, not only do Berserker and I have, like, the same problem, which is we just cannot read for shit, but also, like, there is this layer to it of, I feel like you can insert a lot of funny dialogue on your own. Like, during FE6, when I decide to make John, like, the Red Dragon, into, like, a basically white supremacist, but for Red Dragons.
Oh, you did the Super Best Friends thing when they played FF10, and they just, Waka was Grand Wizard Waka and his ultimate plan, yeah? Yo, there we go.
Oh, hey, that's pretty nice right there.
I need a white ghost of this, though, because I have a white ghost rare of Winged Dragon of Ra and Obelisk, so I want a matching set.
Oh, damn, so you got the black ghost rare.
Right?
Ripozo.
That's what you say. That's why you won't play Undertale. It's too many voices to cut, but then you played Undertale. Okay, well, Knight, I played Undertale as like a birthday surprise for one of my regulars. It wasn't like, I'm gonna actively choose to do this. Like, it was a plan to surprise them.
I
Mike
can't
knows
wait
me,
for
nothing
Mike to
surprises
play
me.
Geb FE for my birthday.
I don't like it that much. Sorry, not sorry.
No, I don't blame anyone for staying away from Geb FE, Chief. I do not blame it. I'm the only person who was insane enough to play it in 2025. I remember actually after I played it, Mangs was in my my comment section like, bro actually played Geb FE in 2025. That's crazy.
Oh, that's why that wasn't working. I was trying to refill the shelf she was refilling, and it just fucking wasn't working for some reason.
Bro, you just got your Karibos wet. What are you doing? The box was wide open. It was raining.
Well, I mean, I've already... God damn it. Okay, hold on. I can make this work.
And now you got more wet Karibos. What are you doing, man? Getting your Karibos wet. They're gonna get that weird fur smell, you know, when like a dog's in like water for too long, and like they get that smell to
hairy
them.
balls. Thank you, Sparky. Very eloquent.
Base Sparky, let's go. Your binder's looking a little empty there.
Oh, it's I'm specifically on the graded cards section right now. I'm gonna start, unless there's a card that I like really like, I'm just gonna sell the graded ones too, because they sell for a couple of $100 each, if not more.
Now, are you gonna keep the ghost rares for yourself and try collect them, or
if they're really good, yes. If they're like something that I don't give a shit about, no. Like we got like where is it? Like this one. Keeping that.
Hey, there's my boy right there.
Where are you? Oh, well, I gotta get the other ones for this.
So, Mike, what is your favorite archetype? What would you say is
I would say
correct answer?
I probably had the most fun playing harpies and windups, but I'm not sure if that would count that as like my favorite archetype. I'm not sure. I've always been really fond of elemental heroes, but that's just because I really like GX.
Elemental heroes are really cool, to be fair. Like, just the fact they synergize with themselves so well.
Yeah, and they somehow managed to stay relevant too, which is always interesting to me.
Yeah, they always get some tool, or you know, every now and then what's his name comes off the ban list so that they can do some stuff. But
oh, fucking the 1800 beater guy that searches. Gee, fucking sir, fix your face.
Bro,
what's his name? Stratos?
Personal space.
Is it Stratos? I think that's Stratos.
It's Stratos, yeah. Look, if you're close enough to somebody where they can see the inside of your mouth, that's too close. Like, just saying that outright.
That's just good. That's just good advice for life. I think I need more stink spray.
But no, I think I've always I have two archetypes that I love, and I always come back to the game for whenever they get support, which is Blue Eyes and Vampires. Like those two specifically.
I'm actually kind of with you there on Vampires, because I played it myself for a little bit, but also I was really partial to zombies back in the day when like Plague Spreader Zombie was the way to go.
Oh yeah.
Like that was my jam. Yeah. So I very much do agree with you on that one.
The other fun thing about Vampires too is that like you can play them like purely as an archetype without any engines, because they are an engine.
Yep.
Which
I
very
think
satisfying.
the only non-one you'd use would be like Mizuki or something. And that's even then, that might even be too slow nowadays.
Yeah, even then, because like with a lot of the support vampires have gotten, like if you're playing a pure archetype, like I would actually say Blue Eyes or vampires would be the way to go, like nowadays.
Sparky's saying that Blue Eyes is really strong again. They've got a structure deck a few months back, and they are demolishing Master Duel, or at least they were recently. Interesting.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Blue Eyes has this tendency to usually kind of overtake the format, whatever the format is, every 4 or 5 years. Like they just make this resurgence and become
People's
like
nostalgia is always like a really good motivator. Like that's why Dark Magician stays relevant, even when it's years without support, because people just like it. And like they'll make like, if it wasn't for the fact that the artist is very, very stubborn about it, and I don't blame him, I would be stubborn too, we would have gotten an amazing Exceed back in the day for Dark Magician Girl called Magi Magician Girl, which was fucking insane, but showed just a little bit too much cleavage, so they wouldn't allow it. And he refused to budge on that, which I don't blame him for.
Is that the one that's like, it's just like her super close to the fucking camera?
Yeah, it's like a front view camera shot of it.
Yeah,
I had a Japanese copy of the card because I would play it for like, I was trying to talk to you. I would play it in like funsy duels because it was like, it had a good effect, but it wasn't busted. But yeah, the artist wouldn't budge on censoring it, and I don't blame him. He fucking shouldn't have to.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. I honestly think that Yu-Gi-Oh! Censorship is a bit stupid.
Oh, Sparky's saying it wasn't because of the booba for once. It was because she had the Ankh on her, which I am aware they did also have that. But didn't they reprint Monster Reborn and actually put the Ankh one in at some point? I thought I saw that before I stopped playing.
Yeah, I think they loosened up on that fairly recently because I think around the time Master Duel came out, they actually re-released a few cards with the original arts, like Call of the Haunted and Foolish Burial and stuff.
In the Lost Arts, which are very rare limited printed cards. Thank you, Sparky. Okay, so it looks like besides you, Sparky's going to be the only other person who knows the shit that we're talking about.
Yeah, he probably knows better than I do because I typically just pop back into the game every couple of years and play it Forbidden and drop it, which has always been kind of me with Yu-Gi-Oh.
The problem with that is Yu-Gi-Oh is like the worst specific game. Oh, I'm keeping that one. The worst specific game to do that with because the ban list will just like fuck up anything you've got. Like mercilessly.
Yeah.
Whereas like Magic, at least like once you come back, you can just sell off stuff that you have. If you're like if you're looking to get into it again, Pokemon as well, because they have full rotation sets. They don't have, I'm arbitrarily picking 30 cards to ban. Fuck you.
I will state, rotation sets are something in Pokemon I've wanted them to get rid of for years because I feel like Pokemon itself would benefit from just having a ban list.
It's possible. I don't think older Pokemon cards would work even if they were rotated back in, though. They're just like, think of it this way. Like, I look at like stuff, I see like a fucking Magikarp card that can do real damage, and I'm like, this is not okay. Like,
well, I think the thing with older Pokemon too is like, aside from some cards that have like some useful abilities and stuff, obviously a lot of stuff has just fallen victim to power creep over the years because Pokemon especially is very bad for power creep. Like, you'll leave for 2 sets and then the HP ceiling will increase by like 80 points. It is absurd.
That was one of my biggest complaints when I looked at the newer, because like, to me 120 HP was like special because 2 Pokemon had that, Charizard and Chansey. When the next time they came closest, I think it was Steelix with 110. I think, because I don't remember Neo or Discovery or whatever the fuck set that was.
Yeah,
I heard Magikarp hate. I may unfollow.
There was definitely a Steelix, I think, from like one of the older sets that did have like, I think it was 110. So that sounds about right. But the interesting
Sparky, what monster am I looking for here? That you're saying like I didn't see my favorite monster being pulled from Labyrinth the Nightmare. Oh, damn.
Yeah, we need to know.
Ooh! Money pack!
Oh my god. Oh, yo, the god pack.
Money pack!
Oh
fucking let's go! Oh, I don't think Fire Princess is in this one. Like, in this version of that set, I believe it's... I do think that card is in this game somewhere, because I have had a file that got farther than this. Okay, well,
Bro,
now
you
I need
just
to,
became
now
a
I need these
millionaire
to
off of
sell.
one pack. That's insane.
Right? I sent so I pulled like a big god pack when I was playing with Burrs, and I sent like the clip of it to like a buddy of mine that I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh with, and I'm like, why the fuck couldn't this happen when we played? And he definitely got it because he's currently still collecting the Magic the Gathering, like the Final Fantasy ones, which are super money cards as well.
Oh,
So like
yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
oh yeah, no, I get that.
Okay, so this is gonna make me sound like a Magic hater, but have
you
you
just-
ever noticed that the people who say they love Magic never talk about the actual game and only talk about the fact that they can sell cards? It
Oh,
drives
yeah.
me insane.
Well, that's the
It's
thing is
like-
Magic is the one you get into to make money, which
Yeah.
as much as I might hate it, it's true because I dealt with so many people who were in Yu-Gi-Oh for the same reason. And I'm like, bro, you might have a mental disability because this is not
Yu-Gi-Oh's
one. This
not
is
the moneymaker.
It's not a moneymaker, and it's not hosted by a company that cares about making money. Like they try to make money. Don't get me wrong, but they're fucking
Yeah.
stupid at it. Like they're really dumb with
Well,
it.
And also the thing with Yu-Gi-Oh is I don't feel like the meta cards, like with a few exceptions over the years, ever get to the level that Pokemon Magic do in terms of how much things cost.
Not even remotely
Like,
close. Not even. I think
in the same realm.
I think a high-end Yu-Gi-Oh card on a good day is like, fucking maybe $300-400, and that's
think
like borderline a prize card, like something from a YCS.
highest I have ever seen for a card that was just released in a set was when Ash Blossom first came out. And
Yes.
that thing was going for like $800. But that's it. Everything else is like, it has to be like a YCS like reward card to actually be worth anything. Other than that, or also cards that were just horribly short printed, like the Blue Eyes Alternative back when it came out, like first came out before they reprinted it.
Yeah, because
That
I
thing
do
was
remember them making a new.
absurd.
That's the one with it on a mountaintop, like screaming, right?
That's the one where it's like, hey, if you have a Blue Eyes in your hand, you can summon it.
Oh,
Which
you're not
makes it,
talking.
like-
You're okay. I thought you were talking about the alternate art, like the anniversary art with because there was a few cards that got like this special anniversary. Like there was a Celtic Guardian
Yeah.
that looked really cool. There was a
No.
Blue Eyes, a Red Eyes, I think.
Yeah,
Maybe?
I'm talking about the actual Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, which is
Gotcha.
like the
Sir, go home. No
one
one's
they
coming.
had on in what was it? It was like the movie tie-in, and the whole point of it was the fact that it was like, oh hey, this actually makes Blue Eyes viable again, because Blue Eyes at the time had fallen off so badly.
That was
because-
pre-Maiden, right? Like before Maiden ever came out.
No, I think it was after that. But the big thing with it was like, oh, it's a free put on the field, right? Because it's like, oh, all you have to have is a Blue Eyes in your hand, and then you put it down, and then on top of that, you can go ahead and just like nuke a card on field with it, and then just use it for fusion. It was absurd. It was absolutely game changing at the time, and they short printed the hell out of it. No one had it, and
What
for
are you
a
shaking
very
your head
short-
at, asshole?
Yeah, he was like, nah.
Like he walked up, holding holding stock in a bag, shook his head and walked. Like, what are you pissed that I'm closed at 9?
No, he's just judging you harshly. He's like, what are you doing for your life? And then just walked off.
Knight, why are you disappointed in the modding for this game? I'm curious. And then Xander, please continue your point too.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Oh,
I
my
was just gonna
obelisk got
say-
worse. I sent my
Oh,
obelisk to
no.
get regraded and it came back more beat up.
Oh,
You
no.
fucks.
Rip.
Well, I guess
But,
it's time to sell him and try to get a better version.
Yeah, I mean, that's the hope. But yeah, the thing with Blue Eyes Alternative was there was a very short period of time right after that set came out, and it was introduced into the game where it was worth a boatload of money because it was just like absolutely required to play Blue Eyes, and everybody loves Blue Eyes, so
Yeah, I remember that
became,
happened
like,
with
the card.
Lightsworns because the first Lumina that was like an Exceed monster was a prize card, and it's like, well, that's fucking not cool because one, that's a popular archetype. People
Yeah.
run that through for Twilight because it was the light and dark archetype, and it was able to mill cards for like BLS and shit. But then you make
Yes.
the fucking prize card, they're like one of their go-to monsters. Like that's dickish.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Like there's so many like weird things that they choose to do, especially with those YCS prize cards. That's like why. And then the funny part is like they lose all value usually like a year later because
Because they
usually
do
get
reprints.
printed.
Which is
like-
healthy for the game and terrible for money. I have no problem with doing reprints because I'm a player's first guy. You should not be planning things around the pro scene. You should be planning things around the everyday because that's where most of your money is going to come from. League of Legends actually has this exact problem where they plan things and they make updates based only on the pro scene, but the pros are not the biggest factor in your money. Like, it's the idiots that are fucking gooning over the 15th Ari skin you just brought out, guys.
Yeah, I mean, there definitely is this thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it seems like Konami is much more interested in keeping the game balanced. And sometimes, because people say, like, oh, they just keep things in the game for a while to, like, make sure people buy them. But it's like, no, they just genuinely don't know how to balance things.
No, they really don't.
Konami is really bad for that.
A lot of the time, I think part of it is they forget about cards that already existed because there's so many ban lists. I remember that something would come out and then there'd be like this really old card from like Metal Raiders.
Yeah. That
suddenly becomes insane and it's like, you guys forgot you made this card. Sorry. I said Lumina earlier. It was Minerva. That's right. Thank you, Sparky.
It was Minerva, yeah.
Konami, balance in the same sentence? Ha.
Yeah,
well, there could have been a dozen in that sentence.
Is this thing with Yu-Gi-Oh where they either forget a card is relevant in format, they forget a card from like 15, 20 years ago that's absolutely broken with like something that came out, or they forget to just kind of like not even forget, they just kind of don't know how to balance something. Like, I think the reason that True King of All Calamities stayed in format for so long and kind of almost killed the game, it was because like they just didn't know what to do with it. They're like, because
your options typically when a card runs, like you run a card that you can't seem to balance is just as bad as a like a D&D campaign that has gotten out of your hands. Like, if your party is too strong, the only option at some point just becomes the nuclear option, which for Yu-Gi-Oh would be banning the card outright. And for D&D, it's I need a world-ending event to kill these fucking players that I have let get away from me, and I physically can't do anything about it anymore.
Yeah, no, there is
one of the most unbalanced cards in Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know if there's a definitive list anymore. Like, there was a while where you could have easily just said the Dragon Rulers, and that would have been a valid answer, but that does not feel like a relevant answer anymore, and I'm not even in the game.
Yeah, they definitely have kind of gone past being relevant, because they were like big in, I want to say, like, what, the 2019 circuit?
Yeah, they were the Dragon Ruler and Prophecy format, where if you weren't playing one or two of those decks, you probably were not winning.
Yeah, well, and what's interesting with Yu-Gi-Oh compared to other games, I feel like, is that Pokemon and Magic will purposely create power creep to drive sales. Yu-Gi-Oh, it's just, oh, we have to bounce this thing around this thing because obviously banning it or limiting it wasn't enough. So like, here's this new thing, but then that thing becomes way too powerful. So now we have to counter that.
Yeah, it feels extremely short-sighted.
It does. It's not even like I said with Pokemon Magic, where it's like, oh, they just make new things like way better to drive sales. Like with Yu-Gi-Oh, it's very specifically like, we do not know how to balance fucking anything.
Konami, we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah. Apparently, I mean, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it tomorrow night. But apparently, they've caught a rare W with Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. So.
Oh god. Oh wait, no. You said rare W. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. They've caught like a rare, like, hey, we did something right for once. Because other than issues with the PC release, it is getting praised across the board. Is like, yes, this is how you do a remake.
That's really, really good. Because if there was a game I wanted to succeed, it was that one.
Yep.
That was one I definitely really wanted to see do well.
So from like between what they talked about with pre-release stuff and from what I'm hearing online, it seems like they just kept everything the same and added a few things, and that's it. Which is exactly how you should do a remake, because it's like, I like the original, don't change it. I'm so tired of remakes doing that. Cough, cough, Majora's Mask on the 3DS.
So when I played Majora's Mask for the 3DS for a stream not too long ago, I let people vote. I'm like, do you want me to do the original or do you want me to do Majora's Mask on the 3DS for like the better graphic fidelity and stuff? And people voted that. And I'm like, okay, well, just from my research, I know that they have changed some stuff that some people are not going to vibe with, mainly me, like swimming and stuff. Apparently it's way worse. So I found a patch that basically changed everything back to the way it was supposed to be, but kept the higher fidelity and everything. And I can say with all certainty, I never had a problem with it, besides one fucking thing, and it was aiming the goddamn mirror shield. The patch did not fix that, and playing that on an emulator was borderline impossible. I think I had to do trick shots just to make the fucking sunlight go places.
It's great when you're playing on actual 3DS because like the gyro aiming was amazing, but the second you put it on emulator, oof.
That screwed me. I was like, I think I might be stuck, like hard stuck in this game. But I eventually got through I think the 2 or 3 forced areas that really needed it. Which
I actually do kind of want to play. I wasn't even aware that patch existed, but now that you brought it up, I kind of want to play for myself. Minus the gyro aiming, because I do think that like the graphical fidelity is nice, but dear God, like all the changes they made to Majora's made me angry. Like every single one. It was just
I heard a lot of people like in chat being like, "This isn't." Like, what the hell? This is better than it was supposed to be. And I'm like, yeah, I'm playing with a patch. Here's the. Yeah. Oh, that's actually I included that in my box. That's right. So I could just get the link from there. Because I smartly did that in case I ever needed to go back for it for some reason.
Well, yeah, because like the thing with Majora's is I don't know why you would change the game at all, because it's a great game to begin with. Like, there's nothing that really needed to be changed about except a few quality of life things like they did with the Ocarina remake.
Yeah, and I heard people like just fucking jerking off the fucking Ocarina remake. Oh, I have to say that because I never finished OOT's 3DS version. I just like got distracted. I was like, I don't need to do another OOT playthrough right now. But
it is kind of the same thing as the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, where it's like, hey, we didn't remove anything you like or change anything you like. We just add some stuff and fix some stuff, which is like, that's all we really care about.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why companies feel the need. It's like, we gotta change everything. It's like, no, you don't. Really, it's fine. Like, we like these games to begin with. You don't need to change them, you know? But no, with the Ocarina one, it is just the quality of life changes they made. Like, for example, they sped up the enemy AI a lot, because like one of the big criticisms and kind of like what I'm sure you've watched the Sequelitis episode on Ocarina, because I know you're a Game Grumps fan.
All I can think of with that is something. Oops. That's all I got in my brain right now.
Yeah, like something Aaron Hansen kind of brings up in that video, and something I agree with, is the criticism that like, oh, Ocarina's AI takes forever to do anything, and that's just something the 3DS remake fixed.
I straight up don't think that was Ocarina specifically. I think that was pretty much anything on the N64, because there was a lot of like. It was new. A lot of it was new technology, and just everything seems to like have trouble running, because if they tried to force it, it shit the bed. Like, have you ever heard of a game called Aiden Chronicles?
I have not, but I know from talking to Eric that apparently the Nintendo 64 was built on broken dreams and duct tape and nothing else.
I mean, it was supposed to be a CD system. That's why we didn't, and we never got that here. So. Broken Dream and duct tape is a lot nicer than the way I word it, which is usually duct tape and clown jizz. I need you to stop filling the shelf, because I just realized I fused it to the wall. And I need to fix that, because it's going to bother me otherwise.
That's funny. So yeah, the kind of funny thing with Ocarina is that the 3DS remake was like, hey, let's just fix everything that was kind of broken. Like, oh, the AI has like had its time to think cut in half, which is like so merciful.
Well, yeah, because the combat's really easy. It's so easy.
It is, but dear God, it takes forever. Like, it's just, it's so time consuming. It's like, well, I'm now going to wait 15 minutes while this Stalfos decides to drop its shield and stop moving around. Like, it's just, and that's always been like the issue. Same goes for like the Wolfos. Like, they just refuse to turn around and let you access their tail. Like, it is just so annoying.
Turn around, let me access your backside.
Exactly. And so, Mike, I don't know if you've ever kind of picked up on this, or maybe this is just my conspiracy brain, but do you ever think the reason that they add in the time system into Majora's was to kind of work together with the slow AI?
It's possible.
Because
I didn't really consider that, but it's possible.
Every minute that you waste fighting an enemy in Majora's is a minute wasted in like the world. And considering that like Ocarina was kind of known even at the time in like the late 90s for having slow AI, like even compared to some other games at the time, I wonder if like the dev team actively thought, so what if we put a timer on this?
That would be a good question.
Maybe I'm giving them more credit than they deserve, but I kind of felt like it was purposeful. Like they just were like, okay, we've got this never one flaw in Ocarina. What if we build the entire game around it?
I gotta put this somewhere else. I don't know where I want to put it. Right over here. Let's put the most rare card, the rare cards I have right by the fucking front door.
Yeah, I trust the customers. This is fine.
Oh, Madness is here. He's calling out to you.
Hello, Madness. I can't read chat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he just came in and he ran in and screamed "Unk."
Yeah, that sounds about right. God, he's so predictable. I was like, I'm sure he's calling me old. Yep. It's funny too because you're way older than me, like, and I'm the one being called Unk.
Why the fuck? Well, why the drive-by, man? I'm just here trying to run my store. And I'm over here getting called fucking old and shit.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I get called old. Meanwhile, like, you're, like, what, 10 years older than me? 11? Something like that?
I don't feel like I have to answer that question. I'm not on trial.
Maybe you are, Mike. Maybe you are on trial.
That would be the weirdest fucking way to find out that you're on trial ever. Is it you're an hour and 16 minutes into someone else's live stream and then you find out you're on trial? Maybe because Xander deserves to be called old and Mike doesn't. Thank you, Madness.
Why? Why get called old? It's also bullshit because like Davis and I are the same age, yet like nobody calls him old even though he like acts and dresses older.
Why? Because he dresses nice?
Yeah, he dresses like an adult person and doesn't wear Green Lantern shirts 24 hours a day.
Maybe he likes good superheroes too.
The fuck you say?
I was wondering how passionate that was gonna get.
No, I have almost no ability to care about anything. I think the only thing that you and I would ever have a fight over would be like if you talk shit about Initial D. That would be it. Anything else is up for grabs. Like I'm very. I don't want to say
the only I have. So I've never seen Initial D, but I've heard the music. So I only have one opinion about Initial D, and it's when the music comes on in the car, you should legally be required to speed.
Yes, absolutely.
And outside of that, take it or leave it.
So Initial D is very well written for the first 3 stages, and then in stage 4
is that like a synonym for like their seasons, like stages instead of seasons?
Well, yes and no, because the final season is just a mini series of 4 episodes, and 3rd stage is a movie.
Oh, so basically there is no rules. Fuck it all.
Yeah,
we embrace chaos.
They're just called stages, so like Initial D, 1st stage, 2nd stage, 3rd stage. And the thing is, the first 3 are extraordinarily well written, like to a point where it's just
like, have you just been here all? I think she's been here all night.
I'm telling you, man, she is very dedicated. Like she's
not getting a raise. She's not getting a raise. Like I don't know why she's so fucking dedicated. She ain't getting a fucking raise.
Can we give her a raise? I feel like she's earned it.
I don't think there's a way to do that. I'm pretty sure they just get paid what their salary. But she's making triple what Kathy is. So I mean,
yeah.
And the girl after that is double what she's making.
Damn. Maybe we just need to fire Kathy.
Maybe we do,
Mike. I think it's time we.
Well, right now she's doing fine as a stock girl, and you know the leopard print is nice.
Is she really?
Okay, don't let the fact that I'm currently stocking the shelves lead you astray here. I actually don't give two
you're
shits about this
telling
card.
me that she's doing a good job and that she's stocking the shelves and everything, but then you're going ahead and you're like putting cards on and pricing them and everything.
Well,
and
she can't. They can't stock the singles.
I'm aware of that, but Mike,
Also,
I haven't even seen her yet today.
Right there.
Oh, there she is. She finally showed up, and now she's walking out. She's stealing your goods. Get her, tackle her.
Madness said Xander has Kathy's motivation.
Fuck you. I just spent like, what, 26 hours doing editing work. I don't need your shit.
I don't have to take this.
Screw this. I quit.
Your own channel of editing.
Yeah. Just like, I'm done.
Just like have like a donkey-esque video. I'm done with editing videos.
I am getting to that point, I will state. I have gotten to the point where I stopped uploading weekly unless it's something like the Iceberg series where it's like, oh, if people want more, there will be more. Other than that, you're waiting. Because I am... one, too busy, and two, too tired to actually give a fuck. Like, I have gotten, because I've been at like the YouTube thing for close to 5 years now, and I'm at the point where I'm like, nah, I'm gonna do what I enjoy, and I'm not gonna spend a million hours editing for a video that might break some level of views, but not guaranteed, because YouTube's algorithm for videos has become abhorrent, to say the least.
I don't like the fact that this shelf is flipping into the wall.
Merged. It just refuses.
It's just bothering me. Better.
Yeah. Look, we're gonna get this right eventually, you know?
I'm in the same boat. Like, the only compilations I've edited on this... Yeah, just walk right in front of this, Kathy. It's cool. I'm not doing anything here.
Can we
the
talk
only
about
ones
the fact that she just merged through that wall and through that that shelf?
I think that's a don't worry about it moment.
Oh. We're not going to worry about the reality warpers that work at your card shop.
No, we're just going to let it go.
Okay.
What was I going to say now? Shit.
We'll get comics explained on here, and he'll talk about Beyond Omega Kathy. That'll be like his next video.
Beyond Omega Kathy. Nope, it's gone. I don't remember what I was talking about anymore.
I think you were talking about you putting up a compilation recently and saying like that was like the only thing you
Okay,
made
now I
for-
remember. Yeah, I agree with you on the editing thing because the only fucking compilation I edited for this YouTube channel was the ones for FE6, and I didn't even finish the last one of those that I was gonna do. I was just like, fuck it, it's good enough. You know? Fucking good enough. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because it's so much extra work that I just don't want to do.
And it doesn't necessarily get rewarded. Like I've talked about this before, and this is not at all an insult to Davis, because one, I like him as a human being, and two, I think he's an excellent content creator.
But
if he was not who he is within the community, like before he started actually doing YouTube and stuff, he would not be where he is. If he was not friends with Mangs, if he was not like a well-known entity already, he would not be where he is at all. Like his videos would get nothing because that's just the way the YouTube algorithm is.
Well, you need YouTube is the shining example of it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah, exactly. Like there really is no ability to have any sort of real algorithm on YouTube anymore, because the likes of Mr. Beast broke the system in half, and it's never been the same since. And on top of that, like I've noticed within especially the last year and a half, YouTube is definitely getting to the point where it doesn't want to do videos anymore. Like you can tell as a platform, it's moving away from that. It wants people to make shorts. It wants people to make streams.
Well, it's because we're very much in the brain rot generation of people. That's why, like, short content is the way to go, which I don't like because one, it ties into my own like concerns about my dwindling attention span. But the fact that that might not be isolated to just me getting older, and it might just be literally a generational thing, is not something that we should be encouraging. We should be fighting back against it by having longer form content kind of take over again. Otherwise, like we're gonna have to hit this point where like just kids in school are just doing worse and worse and worse and worse because we've just accepted that, oh, nobody has the attention span for this shit. And And that's really sad.
The thing with YouTube as well, and I mean, I noticed it as well, which is kind of crazy, is there is definitely this dwindling, kind of what you're talking about, this dwindling attention span. Because when I look at videos that I uploaded in like 2021 and the average watch time on those, and they were much worse videos, was like up to 20 minutes. Now it's like, oh, you'll make this really highly edited, well-made video and you'll get like 3 minutes of watch time because nobody has an attention span anymore.
Yeah, and
like, it is
like that bothers me so much because it's like whenever, like, I obviously YouTube is not a good place to go to look to fucking reinvigorate your faith in mankind or anything like that. But fuck, man, like, but sometimes like I need that reminder that everything's not shit. And I don't have TV anymore. I don't watch cable. Ads are basically non-existent unless I'm on a Twitch channel that I don't have the sub for. And 9 times out of 10, I keep getting the same fucking ad for super colorful goo, which is weird. So like, I don't like, just hearing something is uplifting is nice sometimes, and we haven't gotten that in a really long time.
Yeah. There's also this layer to YouTube, which I feel like if they keep kind of neglecting video content, they are going to get overtaken by Rumble eventually.
What the fuck is
just
Rumble?
A matter of time. Rumble is effectively a YouTube alternative that kind of popped up in the last couple of years, and it's slowly kind of overtaking YouTube. Right now, it's kind of sitting on the fringes because a lot of people kind of associate it with the far right wing, because like Alex Jones and a bunch of those guys fled to it because it has a lot more there are no restrictions basically on it. Like, it's YouTube prior to 2017 is what Rumble is. But I feel like that kind of YouTube is going to be more successful than modern YouTube, just because like you can do more on it, right?
Well, we'll definitely have to wait and see what. Thanks. Wait and see what happens there, because I'm not opposed to there being another streaming platform for like videos and stuff like that. What concerns me more is like it's gonna be a big crash out before we get another one. I think like YouTube's gonna have to do some really sketchy things to shatter what faith there is in it for people to totally jump ship. But at some point that will happen because they've got a monopoly for so long. Why wouldn't they? Also, I forgot to say this like 5 minutes ago. Serenity, thank you for giving the sub to Mr. Madness there. I appreciate you.
Based. Yeah, I think something that's going to hurt YouTube in the long run is they are getting much worse for ads, and they have consistently been getting worse for about a year now.
Which ain't doing any favors on that one either. They're also pretty bad for it right now.
Yeah. And like, that's the thing, is I feel like on almost every single level, other than the fact that there is that public perception about it, Rumble is considered like to be the good video platform right now, because it's like, it doesn't have the obnoxious ads, it doesn't have like tiptoeing around every single thing you say on YouTube, because, you know, God forbid you trip up some sort of censor. Oh God, you mean like the
Backstreet Boys reunion tour?
Yep.
Like how we couldn't talk about that, and how you've had to cutely disguise a mental health end result with the term sewer slide.
Yep. And
I have ad blocker because Opera's based like that.
For example, I don't think Rumble has a copyright claim system currently, which is like a huge thing. It also has better monetization. Like, all you need to do to get a video monetized is have 1,000 views on it, as opposed to YouTubers. Like, you need to actually be part of like the system, right? Like the partnership system. So it's like, if they keep kind of sticking with what's making them slowly gain popularity, and YouTube keeps making mistakes and keeps kind of pushing videos to the backlog, like, it is going to eventually kind of take over, I feel like, because it is YouTube 10 years ago, effectively. Yeah. And once people start kind of realizing that, I feel like there is going to be a shift.
There's a mod that turns cards into V cards, the VTuber trading cards. I don't know specifically if they're going to go that route. There is like a V Sojo set, so you can get like VTuber cards, but I don't think it does anything besides just like have a cosmetic change. When was Adpocalypse again, Xander? The whole dumbass...
Adpocalypse was, I think, 2017, which is why people often refer to 2017 as like the benchmark for when YouTube went bad.
But, I mean, it really did. The whole Logan Paul thing really fucked over just about everybody.
Yeah, it was, God, the whole situation of like the adpocalypse was like content creators saying that like, oh, you should, your ads should pull out because like you're obnoxious and you're being awful for the platform and like you should be deplatformed. And then like the other person behind that started saying that about the person who said that about them. And it became this kind of like shit flinging contest. And then of course, once that happened with like the Logan Paul filming a corpse, yeah, that's kind of when everything went downhill.
Yeah,
It went from like people saying like, oh yeah, we should have like, you know, people pull out of the ad program to like spite certain creators to like, hey, this guy just filmed a dead body. And like, yeah, that was
like,
probably
yes he did.
Yeah. And I don't think like it's so weird because I feel like YouTube could get away with like just ignoring advertisers because advertisers would come crawling back, right? Like they're not going to turn down that sweet YouTube money. There's no way they're not. But like at the same time, I understand why YouTube does it, but it's just a case of like, if you're beholden to advertisers, your platform is eventually just going to keep spiraling downhill. Like there's no way around it. Like it's going to happen. Because like once you have to start being beholden to advertisers, you have to start like changing your platform around what they want. And once you start doing that, you start alienating the people who make content, and then it becomes like this endless spiral.
All right, time to magic away some walls.
Yep, we're wall maxing. It's beautiful. That's just, I love the fact that just the walls just like sink into the
floor, right? It's great.
Yeah, they just disappear into the back rooms, just gone forever. Oh, by the way, Mike, do you have that Steam Backrooms game? That like the popular one?
I don't remember which one it was that I played before. I do remember hating it. Like, I'm sure that's not super helpful, but like I do remember playing one and I don't like it because there was an enemy in it that all it did was, I felt like it was trying to kill me as a player because it just made these loud screeching static sounds. Swear to God, Kathy, you're on your last fucking legs if you don't stop leaving shit on the floor.
Yeah, that is, I don't think that's the game unless that's like a much older version, but there's a Backrooms game on Steam that's held in pretty high regard. And I kind of want to do it for like a Halloween stream, just get like you, get Berserker, get like a couple people on there.
Is it multiplayer?
Yeah, it's got
okay, the one I played definitely was not multiplayer, so that's definitely
that was single player. Yeah, so this one I think it's called like Escape the Backrooms or something. I forget what it's called, but it has like 4-player multiplayer, and it has like decent kind of like Lethal Company-esque what is it called, like when you have like voice chat at distance. My brain's flatlining.
Proximity chat.
Yes, proximity chat. You can tell that I basically haven't slept. I got like an hour and a half nap before the stream started because I was like, oh, I'm gonna fall asleep during this. That would be bad. Probably should not do that. This just
in, Mike's content boring.
Yeah, we'll blame you. It's fine. Yeah. Don't blame the 20-hour editing session.
Oh, don't worry, Sparky. I was putting the MILFs away so I can move them. I don't know what happens if I buy a store expansion and there's posters on the walls, and I don't want to find out the hard way.
Yeah, that sounds like a bad idea.
Well, it just like, you know, if I have to buy them again, it's not a huge deal, but it would be annoying. I wouldn't be happy about it.
The picture is so nice, you had to jerk off to it twice.
I met the employees. Well, they left. Like, they'll be back tomorrow. Hey. Finish your fucking game.
Can you sit down and play, though?
No, so that is a thing they haven't worked on yet, and honestly, I don't think there's ever going to be a way that they can.
Yeah,
because like
I don't know if they
because
can.
Like the game that if they wanted in like say Tetramon, like the game that's in the base game, how would that work with any of the other number of mods like Pokemon, Magic, any of these other ones? It simply wouldn't function. And I'm fine with that. And I'm fine with them doing that and then just saying like, sorry, but like the modders. I can't move this thing.
It's
okay,
broken.
Well, yep, stay there and glow.
You just have a radioactive shelf now. Just
yeah, I'm gonna hope that fixes itself overnight.
I kind of don't. It would be funny if it didn't. It's just
but I don't think I could
green now.
I don't think I could do anything. Oh god, it's stuck. It's stuck.
It's there. Yes.
How do I do anything with this? Uh-oh.
Oh wait, is the game broken in general? Can you just not do anything now?
I can't do anything now.
Oh no. Whoops. Maybe restarting will fix it.
I'm gonna do an alternate save over here.
Yeah. Probably for the best.
And then reload the whole thing.
I'm telling you, man, you can't take me anywhere without having technical difficulties or me just like breaking a game.
We're gonna load the auto save, and we're gonna pray. We're gonna pray and think good Christian thoughts.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna think about those posters you took down.
That's fair. How do you think I stuck him to the wall in the first place?
Oh no. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, I can't wait for this fucking loading screen song to get me copyright struck.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's the best.
It's time to do something about this aggressive stutter.
Okay. All right. It fixed itself. It fixed itself. It put itself back into a box.
Oh, good. Moment of truth, man.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. It's no
everything
longer
is good.
glowing in green. All is right with the world.
So once again, the solution was: did you try turning it on and off again?
that's always the solution. Man, you are playing with fate by moving that.
Again, yeah. How did you get in here?
They all decide to congregate right where you're putting it down. It's great.
I want to know how the guy who's stinking up the fucking store got in here. Hey. Like, I have an air freshener right over here. How did you get past this?
He's magic, dude.
This vexes me so. All right, do I have anything else I can like fucking put in here that's like a little bit different to break up this?
Is that a girl that just sat down to play? Unrealistic. No woman ever plays Yu-Gi-Oh. I know this from experience.
Especially with abs like that.
Jesus.
Chick looks like Etier right now.
Oh God, Engage mentioned now I have to vomit blood.
Look, not to go out of my way to fucking praise Engage or anything, but I will say I'm really glad that they at least gave the character who talks about working out and having abs actually have abs. Because it would have been really easy for them to not do that.
Yeah, by the way, before I forget, I kind of did that as a joke, but yeah, are you aware of like the blood vomit incident relating to Engage at all?
Did you actually vomit blood because of Fire Emblem Engage?
Okay, so I was having a text discussion with a friend while I was watching one of Berserker's Onderon streams, and we were talking about Engage, and all of a sudden I had to basically run to the bathroom and vomit blood. It has never happened before or again. It was only when we were talking about Engage. So make of that what you will.
That's crazy. And I mean that like in like the truest sense. I don't mean like, wow, that's really crazy like legit, like wow.
Yeah, like how do you explain that?
So you were like just really pissed off at Engage, and that's what caused it, or
I don't know. I think just like talking about Engage is like the fastest way to develop some form of cancer. I think I'm not entirely certain, but if I had to guess, that would be it. Like it's just unsafe. It's a cognito hazard to talk about Engage. That's what it is. I'll put down like tier 8 of the iceberg. Fire Emblem Engage.
Did you know that I vomited blood?
Subscribe for more vomiting blood.
Oh, please don't. Please don't. Let's not. You say we did.
Yeah.
You did not just spray him and put it back on the shelf. Yeah, that's how they know it works.
See, it's tested and approved.
I looked up and all I could think of was, did fucking turquoise Miss Frizzle just start walking into my store?
Yeah, see, we talked about that porn star with blue hair and she showed up.
Jules Blue looks way better than that, I'll tell you. I mean, I don't know her name. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking. I don't know how you know that name. Obviously,
nope, not at all. Not at all.
I'm a pure child. I wouldn't know anything about any of that.
As Hannah has said, I'm just a sweet little anime girl.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I've
Also, I don't know what this thing is like, how this thing works, but I saw an auto card machine. So what? 2 hours to open like 12 card packs?
that seemed like a bad investment there.
It might have been.
Like,
what the fuck?
I don't know about that. I don't know
That's
about
ridiculous.
that, boss man. I feel like you could open 12 packs in like 15 seconds. Why would you need a machine to do it for 2 hours? What would be the purpose of that?
Fucking insane.
Like, maybe if you had like the biggest possible store and you just didn't have the time. I don't know.
Hold on. When did the other tables become unlocked? Good. Level 45. Okay, so we have time to justify these tables.
We got a hot minute
To justify buying
the
tables.
The crusty normal tables. But yeah, no, it's something I talked about with Tactical, was the idea of putting together some sort of like Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. I don't know.
So how would you do it? Just through Master Duel?
I think Dueling Book Master Duel is just too far behind at this point.
It is?
Like the problem, Master Duel is like, I don't even know how many sets behind. Plus, there's just cards that aren't available in it, which kind of sucks. But yeah, no, I'm gonna be real with you. I have never liked Master Duel that much. I've always been more of a fan of like the fan-made engines, because they run better, and also they're just so much, like, there's more content to them. Whereas like with Master Duel, it's like, oh, the set came out, now I have to wait like 15 years for it to get added to the game. Like, I think we're still
Sparky
missing
just
some
said
of the
something
vampires.
called Edo Pro. I might be pronouncing that wrong.
I'm not aware of that, but I will check into it. Yeah. No, mine is more familiar with like Dueling Book. That's like where I
can't even remember what the one I played was back in the day. There was a service that I used that I played, but I honestly can't remember what it was.
There was, I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro was like
Are you done yet? Okay.
The old one.
So this page has not anything big on it. Okay. Well, let's put that thing to some. Let's really stress test this machine.
Yeah, let's see what it can do. You're just gonna shovel packs into it.
Yep. Project Ignis Endo Pro fan made.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll look into that. But yeah, like,
thank you, Sam. I got a rate.
Based.
Thank you, Sam. How was Digimon World Dusk tonight? Oh God, my shops, my singles are so fucking empty right now.
That's good. That means they're selling, you know?
Yes, but now there's no hot singles
business
in my area.
Yeah, I did actually have a friend try that joke on me once. He showed me like a blue eyes, like, there are singles in your area. It's like, I hate you.
Digimon was good. Excellent, excellent.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice, I like. Where did that fucking box of... Oh, there it is. Thanks, Kathy. Your passive-aggressive attempts for a raise are not going unnoticed.
I'm gonna assume that was Maddie. I don't think Kathy's capable of that level of work ethic.
Maddie hasn't left the fucking counter all day, so...
Yeah, but she probably used her mind to like teleport the box or something. Like, she's trying really hard.
If she's got
Kathy
psychic powers, she is definitely too smart to be working here, so I refuse to believe she has psychic powers. Like, would you work for me if you had ESP?
Shit, probably.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
I mean, if I had magic powers, I think I'd use them in, like, the most mundane way possible.
I have always wanted the ability just to hold up my hand and have a fucking can of Pepsi fly into my hand.
That would be cool, like, just to have the force and just waste it on, like, oh man, that bottle of Pepsi is like a long ways away.
Right?
Hold on a minute.
I don't know what kind of pattern I'm going for here, to be honest.
I believe it's scattered brain and confused. That's like the specific sort of form you're going for.
Gotcha, gotcha. Mike, you playing this through Steam? I am playing this through Steam, yes.
So,
that
Mike,
is that card reader done yet?
You've asked me this already, but do you have anything planned, anything upcoming?
I have to finish off Dark Souls 2 as Marianne. I'm working on the DLC, so it's really close to the end. It's just the DLCs are very hard in Dark Souls 2, and I'm being humbled constantly because I forget that. And then at some point, the one after that is supposed to be Bloodborne if Berserker and my brother can walk me through the process of getting the PlayStation Remote Play thing to work. Because I am not moving my fucking PS4 to my desk. I will have zero room after that. Where the fuck are my deck boxes? I don't remember where I put those.
Bloodborne race when?
Maybe after I practiced it a bit. My Bloodborne knowledge is... Oh, there they are. My Bloodborne knowledge is incredibly rusty at this point.
Same, honestly. Like, I feel like the only person I know who's recently played it is Berserker. And
I don't think he would be very enthusiastic about trying to race it now.
Yeah, no, I think after he's kind of like finished playing it, I don't think he'd be. I don't think Berserker is really interested in races in general.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think,
Knight asked a question about modding. So it depends on which mods you're looking for. Most of them do have installation videos, but you need something called BEPINX man or something like that. Again, most of them will require it, as well as a texture replacer to pretty much get anything off the ground.
Yep.
Yes, and Sam, the Lin art turned out fucking amazing. Did you see it?
Lin art? What do you mean Lin art?
Sam was doing art for my Dark Souls playthrough as Lin, so she did a Dark Souls variant of Lin for me, and I posted it on the Fire Emblem chat earlier.
Ooh, let me go and check that out.
Turned out so
fast.
good. Repeat again.
There are
Knight, there are some mods that you specifically need to run anything, which is like BEPINX or something. I'm forgetting the name of it off the top of my head. What the fuck is it called? Where is it?
Oh yeah, the Lin is good. I like that.
BEPINX, this thing. You need this, and you need this. For sure. Those are two mods that you need for pretty much anything. And after that, it just depends on the mods you want to run. And the game, usually the mod pages will tell you how to do it specifically. Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that Sam is completely, like, kind of tapped out on getting everything running for her own streams and doing her own art and doing updates and stuff like that, I would have... the instructions on the mods will tell you how to go through them. They basically are dropping them into a specific game folder, though. I would have asked Sam to do Marianne as well, but I was like, yeah, I can't put that on top of everything else. I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna fucking download the hero's art and put it there.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because in kind of a similar vein, I have because I know Eric's kind of offered to do in the past is like, oh, he's like, what would you be like interested in pre-renders for your game, like having like pre-rendered sprites? And I'm like, oh, I would be, but I know how horrendously busy he is, and I'm like, yeah, no,
I can't justify any.
Busy.
Yeah, I can't justify any more stuff like that unless I could pay for it, because to me it would be like. When someone does something really well and it's like the thing they do, don't ask them to do it for free. Support your friends. Pay for their art.
Absolutely.
I need a break to work on things, but I'm glad she turned out good. Hence why I've yet to commission Sam for artwork. True.
Yeah, like if I ever had the money and Eric had the free time, I would absolutely have him do it because his modeling work is fantastic.
Something on this page was like a shit ton of cash. Or maybe it was just compilations of other ones. There's like 140 there, 100 there. Something on here had money in it, though.
Something in there. And you're just feeding that thing like it is a fat chick at a buffet. That is insane.
Why does it have to be a fat chick? Fat guys go to buffets, too.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's something funnier about like a fat chick just like stuffing herself up at a buffet. I don't know. I've seen it before.
I swear to God, if we had grown up together, you and my buddy Ross would have been just the bestest of friends. Like he used to at work would start bursting into song while loading groceries about fat chicks on bicycles. That laugh makes me think you know the song he was singing.
No, but I think that is hilarious.
Oh yeah, no, that's a song he would just randomly sing while at work.
That's funny.
I think it was like something like fat chicks on bicycles, huffing and puffing and going real slow. I'm trying to go off of memories from like a decade ago right now. Sounds good, Sam.
That's amazing.
Look it up. I think it was a Flash video, which should tell you how old that fucking thing is.
Oh god, that must be ancient then. Jesus.
God fucking damn it, Kathy. You're on your
I
last
think it's
fucking
time to
straw.
let her go.
It might. Honestly, you're not wrong. It might be time.
Yeah, I think it's time.
Like
Honestly,
we're getting close.
I think we might have to kill her. I think that burning any other employee with her would be a disservice to society. I think the morally correct thing is to just bury her
I'm
in
not
the
sure
backyard.
where in this menu I can hire a hitman, but it's probably in here somewhere. Is that an ATM? No, it's an auto card opener. I buy packs of cards and then I throw them in the machine. Oh, I see it. They didn't bother texturing this. Okay, I may have to do that.
They just didn't bother.
I may have to do that myself. That's fine.
No, nobody's gonna care enough. Just put it there. It's fine.
Well, I'm pretty sure I can find the. If I can find the model for it, I can fix it myself. Oh wait, I just reopened the store.
We're doing late hours tonight, boys. Let's go.
Yep. Everybody get back to work. Home? I told you when you got hired to abandon your families.
Yeah.
Christmas? Forget that noise.
Yeah, fuck that Christmas shit. We don't do that around here. We celebrate the Pharaoh in these parts.
Yeah, and the Pharaoh predates Christmas, I'll have you know. I forgot to turn that on before I left last night, so that's gonna slow it down a little bit. Bro sounded like Freddy Fazbear's Day Shift at 5 Nights. Yeah, kind of. Kind of am, actually. Now that you think about it.
That would be funny. 5 Nights at Freddy's race. Just like pure luck.
Oh god, fuck that. Fuck that.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
Come on, find the clip. Find the clip. You can do it. Attached to the table.
This is like the worst grid system I think I've ever seen. It's not even a grid. Oh god, it's slightly off.
It's slightly misaligned and I don't like it.
I hate it. I hate that it's slightly off. Oh. Man. Oh god damn, it's still slightly off. No, this is the worst. There's a slight gap. And I just... Yeah, I agree. Just toss it. It's fine.
Fuck it. Fuck this whole thing.
It's not worth the hassle. Not worth it.
It's gonna agitate my OCD too much. I hope a car comes by and just takes that out.
Yeah, it just smashes right into it. What if it caused some horrible accident? Like somebody comes up, they hit it with a car, but then like the box goes flying and hits like a bunch of like blind deaf orphans.
Okay, well first of all, I'd be asking who left their blind deaf orphans out in front of my store. I bought this land. Get off my fucking property.
Get your blind deaf orphans out of here. Jesus. What did the blind deaf orphans ever do to you, Mike, huh?
They got in the way of my box.
Oh, okay. Well, they don't know they're in the way of your box because they're blind and deaf. It's not their fault.
Well, maybe their parents should have told them.
Yeah. Didn't think about that, did you? Yeah. See, now I feel like you have to guilt adopt them. Like you've insulted the blind deaf
I'll let
orphans.
Kathy take one of them home. One. Also, damn it, I grabbed the
saying
box.
it like it's like a good thing, like it's an act of charity you're doing for her. It's like, you can take this orphan.
Blind, deaf, and orphaned. Such drama queen's biggest struggle. Well said, Gio. Well said.
Yeah. But yeah, no, tell me when you get around to doing like Elden Ring, because you brought up the idea of doing it duos, and I would be kind of interested in that.
Yeah, my brother said the same thing. He's like, I would fucking be down for that. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna tell him he's got to play a Fire Emblem character, because he's like, he has no Fire Emblem.
Now, what would you think for like a duos like set of characters?
The characters though don't have to match, so you're free to play literally any of them that you want. That's fine. I don't want to restrict somebody else like that. It's more just
I'm down to play whatever you want. Like it's fine.
I'm not sure either, because I don't have that much practice with Elden Ring, so I'm not even sure what would be like a good passive build. I'm actually more worried about Bloodborne though, because Bloodborne has very finite weapons. There are only so many weapons in Bloodborne, whereas like a Dark Souls game typically has like 5 times that amount.
It would be so much easier to do like a cosplay run of like Castlevania than Fire Emblem and Bloodborne.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
so much easier because you have knives, you have whips, you have like holy water. So
Well,
like,
you have a whip
that works.
cane.
Yeah, but I mean, you can still make it like a whip a majority of the time. So like that.
There are
automatically
lots of
makes it-
swords. Honestly, part of me would be sitting here going like, okay, now how do I get the Moonlight Greatsword? Because I'm fucking obsessed with that weapon. I keep leaving my store wondering what this box is doing out here.
It's the table you threw into the street out of rage.
Yeah, I did do that. All right, I gotta put some posters out again. I need another horizontal poster for the next part of this pattern.
But
Where
yeah,
did I buy any more horizontal posters?
If you know what would be funny actually
think I
if
did.
we did have like 3 people for the Elden Ring thing, if we were just like barst cord and board,
Oh god, no! I would not want to be a boring ass fucking axe
just
bro.
all 3 of us are basically the same character, just with like slightly different hair.
Oh. I ran out there thinking the poster was out there for some reason, and then just forgot. Like, no, stupid. That goes to your inventory.
It's a very high culture portrait you got there.
Yep,
I approve.
very much so.
Yeah,
And
it's
then we'll
very,
put another
very
one
classy.
out. We'll put this one out.
But
Fun fact,
yeah,
I think this is one of the other cards that I know I still have because I actually know where they are. I've got 3 copies of this still because I used to run prophecies for a while. I was a degenerate.
I've actually been practicing for the FE12 draft race, and I'm I'm having a hard time kind of choosing what units like I want to use because there is a weird balancing to FE12. 1, because there's so many characters, but 2, because of the fact that like some characters are completely useless, and then there's units like Warren who are just completely broken, and you get in like the second map of the game.
Oh. Well, so have you figured out like a ban list and stuff? Like who's going to be
so
undraftable as a result? That's a lot of
we
Polar
are
cards.
definitely banning Jake like 1,000%. Having 100% speed growth is insane. Like,
Isn't
just
he
absolutely
Isn't he a ballistician?
not in FE12? No.
Okay.
In FE12 he comes as I believe a warrior, and if you reclass him into, I want to say it's a berserker, but it might be something else. I can't specifically remember what class is. He has 100% speed growth, which is ridiculous. Like no unit should ever have a speed growth like that.
I took Jake to my fucking end game because I was like I could just drag a ballistician around. This is awesome.
Yeah, in FE11, like the ballisticians are so broken. I feel like you'd have to ban them.
There's one in Bells of Violin, and I use her regardless because one playthrough she got a movement level like 10 times. I think I landed the game with like a 14 move ballistician. I'm like, this is the stupidest thing in the world. Like the game,
really
the
funny.
level starts and she's supposed to have like 3 move, and she just sprints across the battlefield with a ballista.
That's really funny.
It's so dumb. I loved it so much. So
Yeah.
I was very biased towards her on like future playthroughs, even if she's not as good as that.
Yeah, so what are your kind of thoughts on a lot of the Fire Emblem classes? I feel like time has forgotten, like ballisticians and pirates and stuff, because I feel like they're not really
Ballisticians
around
need to be
anymore.
balanced. Ballisticians are great if you can balance them properly. I don't know if any Fire Emblem game has ever done a proper balancing for them, though, because it's kind of hard to plan a map where you can casually hit somebody from 12 fucking spaces away.
Well, it's hard
Where's my
because
dice?
especially in a game like FE11 where you have the forging system and you can give them like 1,000,000 hit and like 50 might, and then
Yeah.
they just delete things.
You would
Like, that is
probably need a way
obnoxious.
to like restrict them from getting like forged weapons and stuff like that.
Now, I can't remember if they can reclass in FE11 or not, because I feel like if you were doing a draft race of FE11, you'd just make the rule like either A, you can't forge so they can't use the broken ballista stuff, or B, you just have to automatically change their class when you get them.
I think there's I think for a lot of them you can't have an extra ballistician, so like the only way you can get one is if you've lost or reclassed one of the ones you already have. I could be wrong on that, but I do know that mentality confused the shit out of me for fucking Fire Emblem Fates for the longest time, because I was fucking positive, that if you didn't have Azura anymore, you could turn Shigure into a dancer. And I have been told countless times, like, no, that is not the case. You can only get Azura. But I swear I've seen Shigure as a fucking dancer at some point.
That's the Mandela effect, man.
I legitimately must be crazy. Because like
Well,
I was
I mean,
positive it was a fucking thing.
So what's funny about Shadow Dragon, like FE11, is the fact that you can have 3 ballisticians at once, because you can have Jake, you can have Beck, and then you can have Zane as a copy of one of them.
Oh, that's right.
So-
Zane can copy stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah. Zane is another one that for like the FE12 draft, I'm absolutely banning like 100%.
For me, Zane is just, oh, I can have another wolf. Even better. Because my God, that man fucks.
Well, and in the case of like FE12, it's like, yeah, no, we totally are going to ban second Chris, thank you. Because, dear God, no, absolutely not.
Yes, you've had Chris, but what about second Chris?
Exactly.
Oh, I missed 2.
Like, it just completely break it in half. Like, if you could have 2 Chris's, like, that would
I'd
just
be
be
the only
absurd.
person who doesn't use Zane. That's not true. When I watched Foster's compilation of it, he immediately killed Zane. So he didn't get to use him either. Those are great videos if you've never seen his stuff, by the way. He has some fantastic FE4 and FE5 compilations.
I will have to check them out. Send like DM me a link.
Yeah,
I'll look at it because I'm always looking for more FE stuff. And
well, it's easy to remember his name. He's Foster, like the beer that the Australians drink.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like I'm like everywhere whenever like you walk into a stream, like I'm there. As long as it's not on like the bad side of the community, like you'll probably see me in somebody's chat. Like even if it's like a creator of like 5 subs, like I'm just like
someone's sub. Actually, in some cases, a lower sub count is actually easier for me to deal with because it feels like you can actually be heard. Like, I don't talk a lot in Mangs' streams because even though I've done streams with him now, it just feels like it's like screaming into a fucking wind tunnel sometimes. It's very hard. And I'm not saying like he needs to pay attention to every single person chatting. That would be fucking impossible. But it's just, it's very hard to justify like typing out like a funny joke or something. And when you're 95% sure it's never gonna get seen.
So I would say he probably does see most things that come through his chat. It's just more so he can't respond to everything, obviously, because I mean, when you have,
again,
like,
is totally fair.
400 people in your chat, you know, becomes kind of impossible. So there is something I'm very curious about. So how did the how did it come about that you ended up in that draft race? Because I feel like it's
all right, you're trying to dance around the elephant in the room. Let me answer the way that you're trying to ask that question. Who the fuck are you that you got to be in that? Is the question that you and most people want to know.
So what I'm questioning is Mangs does not like to go outside of his circle of friends, like almost ever. Like it's uncommon to see him do that. So I'm just very curious, like how that happened with you, because like he really does not typically kind of do any sort of collabs with people who aren't in that immediate group of like, you know, Speedwing, Davis, Axum, like a couple of people like that. So it was just very odd to see like somebody just kind of pop into like a Mangs draft race that isn't like one of those people specifically.
My best get, can I fucking help you? Hey, that's not where those go.
For the love of God. Kathy, no. Fire her. Fire her right now. Unbelievable.
All right, now go restock the shelves.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
This woman, man.
Right? It's on her last fucking legs, I swear to God. Don't you dare. There. Problem solved. So part of it was probably just because I had chatted with him a couple of times through like Discord and stuff like that. Like he knew me because I did like a lot of Angeron and like Rebellion Saga stuff for a while. So I'm assuming that was part of it. And you kind of have me wondering if part of it might have been to get rid of those kinds of discussions too, where like he only collabs with the same people. I'm kind of like low-key wondering if that is part of it. Like I was the diversity hire for a stream.
Yeah, you were the hire so he could get over the accusations they only play as a select group people and potentially hates Canadians.
I started to wonder if that's the case. Because like even when he posted the stuff to PH and them of like, oh, here's like this guy we could invite here, he posted specifically the Rebellion Saga video where I rage quit the game and was cursing about it. I'm like, are you sure that's the video you want to fucking use as a reference?
Yeah.
So I don't really know.
That's kind of funny, like for real.
I guess I should put this somewhere now.
Yeah, I get the feeling. So here's the thing with Mangs. I get the feeling there are definitely people outside of his immediate friends group that he definitely does like he actually does.
Well, I would hope so, because it's kind of not healthy to only have like fucking 5 friends. You become like very closed off as a result of that, and it sucks, you know.
He definitely
I like how we're sort of pseudo psychoanalyzing him now, which is not intentional. Not in the least.
Well, no, it's just interesting because, like, I mean, I don't know how long you've been watching Mangs. I've been watching him for like 10 years, and it's like really weird to see him go outside of his friends group for almost anything. Like, that's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to think of like what the first things I would have seen would have been.
Because I actually can pinpoint what the first thing I watched of his was, which was the FE4 substitute run. That was like the very first thing I saw, and that was like, I think 11 years ago now. And that was in a time too when there was like no FE content on YouTube at all.
Which I also think like probably really helps.
I think
like the fact that, because like we're not going to go into it. We're definitely not going into down this road. But there was like, people have brought up like the controversies and stuff with him.
Yeah.
And like I said, not going into it. Don't care to rehash old fucking shit that's been dealt with.
I've made enough arguments about this over the last like year or so. I've had people in chat come in and be like, "Oh, are you associated with Mangs?" I'm like, "Fucking right, I do." But all I'll say is the people that accused him are definitely snaky, and they've all kind of turned on each other over the last couple of years anyway. And I'm not going to name them because they don't deserve to be named.
Well, there you go. Don't give them any fucking publicity. Turn that machine on.
That's my general viewpoint on that.
Yeah, so that's the thing, is like, there's always going to be people who don't like that, but I'm like, here's my thought, and we had this discussion at Animathon, actually, because at one point, the subject of, I can never pronounce the guy's last name, so I'm about to butcher it. The guy who plays Edward Elric, Vic Minognana. I can never get his I can never get his last name right, ever. So I just give up.
Yes.
I just fucking, it becomes more and more of a fucking procession of the song Menomina every time I say it. Every time.
I think it's like Vic Monogma.
Right.
I think is how it's
something like
said.
That. So we were talking about him, and there was that whole cancel culture controversy with him as well. And I was thinking, like, well, I met him at Expo like a little over a decade ago, when meeting like voice actors was still considered a free thing. You didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
And I never had a bad experience with him. We kept going up. We were basically fucking harassing him the whole time, because like we kept going up being like, oh, like, can we get a picture with you again? And my friend is like super has a crush on you and like bought this game to get you to sign. And he was so pleasant. Like, we talked about Gurren Lagann for a while. He told me that before the company, I'm hoping this is true, so I'm not reiterating false information, but apparently the dubbing company, before it was picked up by, I think it's Aniplex that did it, he was actually slated to voice Viral, the Beastman.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that, because I was dressed as Simone at that convention when I met him.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, he was pleasant the whole way through, and then like all the cancel stuff happened. I rejoined RQ real quick. Jimmy posted porn in your server. Wait, what?
What?
I gotta go yell at Jimmy. Possibly. Probably not. I'm sure it's nothing, but let me check. Where's the porn?
Show me the porn.
Oh, okay. No, he's referring to the post that was confirming the Pokemon porn parody earlier. So, he's not wrong. Technically, he did post porn. He just didn't post the fun bits. And also, I just alt-tabbed and saw that, and I've actually seen that, and it's terrifying.
Yeah. I warned you.
I was confused at first too, Serenity, but yeah, no, it's all good, because it was porn posted for educational purposes.
Well, that's fine. Also, there's literally nothing in it. It's just
there's a monster in it that we should. There's a monster in it that we should probably address.
Yeah, I don't think we should address. I think
you're not wrong. No, you're not.
we should not talk about that, because that's too horrifying. But yeah, kind of going back to like the Mangs topic, it is very interesting that he kind of picked you for that, because it's very outside of his kind of range to do so. He does seem to like Berserker a lot. Like, he shows up in Burz's chat a lot. He's very pleasant with Burz. Unlike me, who he actively makes fun of on a regular basis. But, you know, I've accepted my my position as a lolcow, I guess.
Well, I mean, in everyone else's defense, can you blame them?
Not really. I don't hold it against anyone. Like, you want to make fun of me, make fun of me. That's fine. As long as it's done as like a joke, I don't really care. Like, if it's genuinely like I fucking hate you.
Yeah.
Like,
so my thoughts are, if you're gonna make fun of me, make it funny.
Yeah.
Make it memorable. Like, fucking don't just be like you're a douchebag. Like, no, fucking be clever with it.
Did you see Berserker's Rebellion Saga video?
I haven't watched the compilation part. I was there for part of the actual streams because I was there when he killed Bert.
Yeah, I may or may not have a cameo in that video.
Oh, is this where you pimp out your Cameo account? Cameo.com /backslash
it's hard to explain, but he makes fun of me in a very interesting way. And
is it about Rosalina?
It is totally about Rosalina.
I'm like, that's not exactly new or clever. It's pretty old hash.
The way he did it was pretty funny. I will state.
Fucking damn this fucking table. I can't get it to work. I hate it so much.
The table's just like the bane of your existence, dude.
It won't fucking click.
Maybe try it from a different angle.
I don't.
You keep trying
maybe.
From the front. Maybe going from like behind or the side. You know.
Well, when it doesn't work, go in from behind or beside. Gotcha. Good advice for life, really.
You know, maybe grease it up a little bit so you know it slides in easier. You know what I'm saying?
Well, a little bit. Mike's number one enemy.
I'm making
table.
a sex joke.
Is. Okay, what figurines are we out of? Joey, Karibo, Dark Magician, and the last two. Okay. That one, that one, that one, that one, and that one.
Oh, by the way, Mike, so I actually do have a little bit of a game that I've been playing.
Okay.
And it's called the Fuck Off Counter.
All right.
And it is the amount of times that I've gotten streamers annoyed or angry with me to the point where they say "fuck off, Xander."
Oh, so what's your count at? What's your high score?
It is currently 9. It has happened 9 times. Most of them are Berserker.
Oh, well, it doesn't count if you get the same person to do it. You gotta fucking branch out. You gotta get more people to do it.
So it has been Burrs 4 times. Manx has said it 3 times. Davis has said it, I think, once. And Gale Shades outright banned me. So that was cool.
I think that's worth 2 points.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a 2-pointer. You know?
Yeah, like if you get straight up out and out banned, you're doing something right.
I'm very proud of that, actually.
I wear this band with a badge, like a badge of honor, sir.
I do. I'm very proud of it.
All right, so I'm trying to think of like what else I'm missing from this store right now. It's like there's only so many more licenses I could buy, but I'm trying to plan out ahead. I've got all the starter decks. I can buy this and just immediately get this going.
There you go.
But that just means I have now a excuse to open all these.
Oh shit! The Unstoppable Exodia. How long have we been going for? Because I feel like it's gone by a lot quicker than it feels like.
We're almost at 2.5.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, so we'll go for a little bit longer before we call it.
Yeah, we have to figure out like another topic to talk about, you know, to kill half an hour with. 'Cause, I mean, we've gone through so many things at this point. I don't even know what we're left with.
Let's see. What could we talk about? Well, let's see. What's your favorite game of all time? It like the game that you go back to remind you that gaming is worth a thing that's like a time investment in your life.
Oh god.
Thanks, Kathy. I wasn't talking to you.
Probably Mario Sunshine.
Ooh.
I think.
I have such a weird history with that one because it's a game that I always start off with in the best. Where's my other box? Kathy!
She just won't stop, dude.
Wait, did I only buy one of those? I might have only bought one. I might be yelling at her for something she didn't even do. Which honestly makes a lot of sense when she's like mentally checked out of all the things I'm doing and I run up and yell at her for something. She's like, I didn't do it, but he'll figure that out in 5 minutes.
I just love
Sunshine's a good one because I start off so excited and so happy to play Sunshine, and then I hit a point where I'm just like, fuck this level again, and then they'll be like, oh god, this fucking madness, and then like it just devolves into just anginess.
Yeah, there is a layer to it, and this applies to both Sunshine and 64. Definitely not Galaxy, because Galaxy is a much slower game, and there is definitely a lower skill ceiling. But I do find that the more you practice Sunshine and 64, the better they get. Like, they're much more enjoyable the more you play. Now, Mike, good question here. Have you played Mario Sunburn?
I am not familiar with what that even is, so I'm gonna have to say no.
It is a ROM hack of Mario Sunshine that fixes a lot of the bugs and glitches with Mario Sunshine, and it makes it like such a better experience. I mean, I like default Sunshine to begin with, but it is the way to play, and also it lets you get shines out of order and multiple shines per map, which is so nice.
Oh, it removes the kick out mechanic.
Yep.
That's interesting.
There are still like some that are
or the boot out. I can't remember what it was called. Yeah. I think it was called either the kick out or the boot out mechanic. Also, let's see if these fucking sell. Probably not.
I forever associate Rex and Weevil with Beavis and Butthead because of Abridged.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
It's eternally in my head.
I don't like it for that, but I understand the mentality for it. Did I really not have any more of these? Oh, I guess I don't. Okay.
Excuse me. I swear I'm coming down with something here there, like the wildfire smoke is kicked up again.
Maybe you've got Serenity's COVID.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, you like not even, you don't even have to be within fucking 6 feet anymore. You just fucking get it.
Yeah, I share.
And you stay out in the rain. You think about what you fucking did. Stupid box.
The table is just taking so much abuse. It's so funny.
I should just sell it, really. Just like get rid of it. But like,
no.
Then what am I gonna? Then what am I gonna yell at? Yeah, I was like, what am I gonna yell at if I do that?
Well, yeah, you have to go back to yelling at Kathy if you get rid of the table. You know?
Yeah, I mean that's an old hat. That's an old trick at this point.
Yeah, I feel like we've kind of ascended past that. You know.
We still haven't fired her yet, but you know.
Yeah, you know, I feel like abusing the staff really only is entertaining for so long. You know, you gotta upgrade from that, and I feel like abusing a table is like the next natural step.
Is it?
I don't know.
Like that doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, it's not like we have a kid to abuse, you know.
That's a dangerous precedent. But do you say that and then realize what came out of your mouth?
No, I say insane shit on a regular basis. It's okay. I've been there, you know. It's good times, you know. It builds character, I swear.
Okay, nothing in there. I'm gonna order 2 more boxes of the new shit. So I feel like you can just
title this when it goes up on YouTube like 3 hours of regret. Just like. That's the best way we can possibly term the stream. Mike hangs out with the biggest idiot on YouTube.
I don't know if you've earned that title, sir.
Biggest idiot on FE YouTube, then? I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know enough FE tubers.
I mean, I definitely think on the degeneracy scale, I'm probably at like the highest metric. You know, I don't think there's anyone higher than me.
Sparky's pretty horny on main.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. Sparky is
for a second, I thought we sold all of these already, and I was like, oh, wow, who the fuck was Damp for Weevil? There's a sentence.
That is definitely a sentence that came out of your mouth.
Pretty sure my brother just walked past me and said, never say that again. yeah, he did.
That's awesome.
Let's see. I need more black dice. That's not there. That's not cards.
So on that topic, because I answered it, what would be your game that you use to restore your faith in gaming?
Oh, I mean, my favorite game of all time is, I've had it for years. It's called Strife. It's It's on the Doom engine. I think it's the last game that was made on the Doom engine. It's like a first-person shooter with some RPG elements to it. It's got a lot of, like, it's old. It's got a lot of issues, but like the Night Dive remastering for it was really, really well done. They did a good job of restoring it. I love that game. I play that whenever I'm feeling down, and I'm like, yeah.
I've heard of Strife, actually. I've never played it, though. I don't even think I've ever seen it, but I have heard of it. Like,
it's an absolute bitch to find stuff on Google for it, because every time you do, the internet's just like, did you mean Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy? It's like, no, I didn't. I never mean that, and you keep thinking I do.
Yeah. It's like
These
when
card
you try to
sheets
type
are
in
so
anything.
slow. Jesus
Anything
Christ.
relating to Mystery of the Emblem, because it's like, oh, it's like FE3, so it's like FE3 houses. Is this what you meant? It's like, no, I want nothing to do with 3 houses. Get that thing out of my sight. What is your Mike? Let's go through something real fast. What is your opinion on like every modern FE game? So like Awakening onward.
So Awakening's an interesting one, because when I first came out, I bought it because I had skipped a couple of FEs. Oh, it's the wrong one. I skipped a couple of FEs, so I was like behind. I should go close my sword. And so I bought it, and I was like, okay, let's give this a shot and see if it's good. Because like at that point, the only ones I played were some of the Game Boy Advance ones and Radiant Dawn. I hadn't even gotten to Path of Radiance yet because I hadn't found a copy of it. So I got Awakening, and I fucking hated it. I was like, this is how Fire Emblem fucking dies. Like, wow, this is terrible. Didn't like the characters. I didn't like the fact that the game started up and it was like, here's 500 characters. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Like a lot of things. You can have that, sir. A lot of things.
Off the table.
Right. A lot of things I just didn't like about it. In the time since then, since I picked up Iron Manning, I've gone back and I fucking loved Awakening. So it was definitely a matter of just approaching it from a different way of playing. Fates I quite like. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I agree with you that it's not even so much that Awakening has too many characters, it's that they toss all of them at you at like the same time.
Yes, that's my biggest issue with it.
Because New Mystery has like way more characters than any other game in the series, and I feel like that game does a better job of just spreading them out. Like, sure, you'll get like 2 or 3 per chapter, but they feel very natural as to like where they're placed. Whereas like Awakening, it's like, here's like 5 units on chapter 2. And like all of them are useless because you have Frederick and Robin.
Yeah,
and
it's actually more of a challenge to figure out how to not make this another Frederick and Robin ROM.
Exactly. Yeah,
like that's really the real game of Awakening, is figuring out how to make that not happen.
Yeah, how to be Frederick-less. It is definitely a challenge, to be sure.
I actually do typically not use Frederick. I'm not big on early game Jaggins or free promotes if I can help it. But I understand that if you're playing on anything higher than hard, he is absolutely a necessary evil. Like, there's no way around it.
100% needed. So, what would you say is your favorite Jaggin, actually? Because I think
probably Titania. Probably Titania from Path of Radiance specifically.
Yeah, no, she is. She's good. She feels like a more balanced Seth in a lot of ways. I mean, she's still crazy strong, but she can
absolutely fall off. Yes. Seth almost never does. Like, it can happen, but it's so rare, especially if you use the experience trick in FE8. Where he gains normal experience for the first like 8 chapters, because that's how they fucking programmed it for some reason.
Well, and also with Seth, I mean, you can take a base level Seth and beat the entire game. I mean, it's been proven to be doable, like easily doable. But with Titania, I agree. It's nice that she falls off. Like, it actually feels good, because it's like, oh, if you don't invest in her, she falls off. Because like what you can do with her is like on a repeat playthrough, you can give her the bans, which can patch her up a little bit.
So my problem actually with FE9 specifically is on the repeat playthroughs with the bans, because FE9 is one of the games where if you lose a unit, you don't get their stuff back. So you are going to lose those bans at some point. It's gonna happen, unless you're like not Iron Manning, but it's gonna happen almost certainly at some point. And then there's also the aspect of just having to try and juggle them. I cannot believe these do not run overnight. If you turn these on at night, they should count towards the 3 hours.
Yeah, they should. They absolutely should.
It's almost a guarantee that it's going to happen at some point. So my reliance on them, the Night Ward gets a lot of flack for this too, because
the Night Ward is the worst offender, because I feel like with the other bands, it's like, oh, you can just put them on like one specific unit and call it a day.
Whereas
like,
the Night Ward is good for, whoa, we're getting link monsters now. I guess I haven't actually looked at what's in this pack yet, because I've been letting the pack openers open it, but yeah, we're getting exceeds and links now. What the hell?
We're link maxing.
Yeah. But yeah, the Night Ward is needed for like fucking 17 units. Like so many.
Yeah.
Neffany can use it, and I love Neffany, so she's gonna get it. But I also really like FE9 Astrid because it's the only game where I can use her, because in FE10 she's a fucking joke.
Oh my god, she is so bad in FE10. Even if you cap all of her stats, like she's still locked to female Silver Knight, so there's like nothing she can do.
Yeah.
Like the female Silver Knight stats are so unbelievably garbage that's like not even worth using at that point.
Not to mention like the complete neutering of her fucking character.
Oh yeah, no, she absolutely gets character assassinated. Like super hard.
Like, I know Davis is trying, like he had like the whole voting thing for people to vote on whether or not Makalov lived or died, but when Makalov survived, I was like, I almost just don't want to watch this run anymore. Like, I know that's petty. I know it's petty, but I was like, that's how I feel. I don't want Makalov to be alive. I want him to be dead.
The weird part with Makalov too is like, I feel like in FE9 he's kind of like a decent unit, so I can, you know.
Well, most of the units in FE9 are decent. Like, you can make a lot of characters in FE9 actually work with a bit of investment.
Oh yeah, even Rolf can actually like do some stuff if you invest in him, but I mean obviously it's not worth doing. But
I usually just take Rolf into one mission, get my actual archer back, and that's the end of that.
Yeah.
Although Shinon is nothing in FE9 compared to how he is in FE10, where he's
a monster in FE10.
Where he can fucking frontline with Ike and like the other boys. He's more tanky than Gatry is half the time.
Yeah, and also he has access to the Brave Bow, which means he has access to the tower shutdown stuff, so it's kind of funny.
Oh yeah, and he's one of the only characters who can fucking outrange Degencia, which is another really, really good feather in his cap.
Yep.
All right, so we need 2 of those and 2 of those. I'm gonna have to start buying this Ultra Pro fucking shit at some point.
I do love how it kind of breaks people's perception of reality when you explain to them that FE10 has mechanics where you can quite literally just give a unit like corrosion, cancel, or disarm and a brave weapon, and then just the enemy doesn't get to play Fire Emblem anymore.
Well, isn't that an actual strategy in FE9 to beat the boss of the priest level? Is use Sorin to corrosion blast the boss or something like that? I thought I remember seeing that somewhere. With a siege tome.
It's weird because you kind of don't want to do that because he drops whatever weapon isn't equipped, and both his weapons, I believe if I remember right, are killer weapons. They're either killer or brave, but I never remember which. And like you want those, and you can't do that if you corrosion, because the way that it works in FE9 is like if a unit has like 2 weapons that cycles through in order to decide a droppable, and one of them breaks, the other one is just permanently not droppable, so you get nothing. But I mean, the easiest thing you can do with Schaefer is just like hit him with magic, basically trick him into using his killer axe, and then just absolutely destroy him with magic. Because there's just like nothing he can do against like Soren or Ileana. Like it just he can't. He's just a standard warrior. But I think my favorite, and I know it's just me sucking FE12's dick, but I do love the way Aaron is handled. I think it's perfect because it's like you get him, he's good for like.
Are you talking about Aaron in FE10?
FE12 Aaron.
Oh, okay. We're not talking about Aran or whatever the fuck you pronounce his name.
We're not talking about Aaron. We're talking about Aaron.
Okay. Well, thank you for clearing that up. I'm very glad that we had this talk.
Yeah, it is very important that we did. But no, I love him in FE12 because like he is a good Jagan for when you need him. And then like once you get Minerva, he immediately falls off because like all of his stats on average will be lower than hers, and it's unavoidable. And it's like, it's great because it's like you're encouraged to use the new unit. Your Jagan has officially been replaced, but until then he's like decently useful. Now if you're playing Reverse Lunatic, Aaron falls off way faster, but you know that's like a whole other can of worms because I feel like Aaron falls off in like chapter 4 or 5 in that, but in like hard 2 it's like he falls off probably around like chapter, I forget what chapter you get Minerva in. I want to say it's like 11 or 12. But yeah, no, it's just, I feel like that's how a Jagan should be. You know, it's like he's good, and then you get a unit later on that does what he does better, and then you replace him. Because I mean, that's what the original Jagan was like too. It's like, hey, so here's Jagan. He's useful until Harden shows up, and then he's done so.
I never found Jagan really useful in Shadow Dragon specifically, but I think that might have just been like my own aversion to using pre-promotes to begin with.
He is a necessity in Hard 5.
Crisps is asking if you've played Lunatic Reverse.
I have actually. I've been Lunatic Reverse, and I can confidently say it was probably my favorite experience ever playing Fire Emblem.
Wow.
So it completely forces you to rethink how you play FE, and it also kind of forces you to play with a mindset of like every single fight, if you're not prepared, is instantly a unit loss. Like you have to be fully prepared for that, and you have to be very aware of like enemy ranges and tackle certain things, and like you also have to be very careful because you don't have a warp staff. Like one of the things Reverse Lunatic, and I think regular Lunatic does too, is remove the warp staff from the game. So it's like you have to be aware that you can't skip anything, and you have to be aware that like any encounter is basically a loss. Like if you're not prepared for the repercussions, if you're not prepared for that like 1% crit, if you're not prepared for the idea that there's a second enemy, and if you're low in health, that's gonna be just instant death.
That's actually a lesson I learned in Thracia, was preparing for things that would catch you off guard. Like you can't just have a plan. You need to have a contingency for when that plan inevitably goes wrong. You need to have a plan for if that 95% chance to hit fucking misses. Because if your plan is pray, you're losing a unit.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because I feel like the biggest problem with a lot of the mainline Fire Emblem games, especially the GBA era, is it kind of breeds this bad habit into you of relying on luck, especially when you're somebody like me who does not have luck. So it's like you get like, well, if I dodge this thing, it's like, no, go into it with the mindset of you are not dodging anything. Like everything is gonna hit.
That should be your fallback when you've overextended and realized that there's like actually 3 enemies that can hit the unit you just moved. That's when you fall back on luck. Not as a plan, but as a, oh shit, okay, hold on, let me rationalize this to myself.
Yeah, like, oh god, I hope this turns out well. But I mean, FE12 kind of trains you to never even put yourself in that position. Like it just says to you, like, if you do this, you are losing a unit. And that's not the end of the world, because obviously FE12 has 77 characters. So like,
does FE12 also have the replacement system?
I don't know. I've never had low enough units to ever have it happen. And since the game doesn't encourage you to get guidance by killing people, like, I've never found out.
Which is good. I fucking hate that system, and I think it's really stupid.
Yeah, the way that FE12 handles guidance is it goes, either you get a turn count requirement or you have to complete a certain condition. Like, for example, the chapter with Katarina is either, I think it's like beat chapter 16 in, I want to say it's 20 turns on like normal, and I think it's like slightly more than that on like the higher difficulties. And then like on top of that, if you don't want to do the turn count requirement, you can just have Chris be level 5 and promoted, which is like obviously going to happen by that point in the game, because
that's just how
you're talking. Well, yeah, it's like you're close to the end game of FE12. Like, of course, Chris is going to be promoted at least level 5.
Okay, so that's level 30.
Because I mean, my practice run for the draft race, like my Chris was already like max level by that point. Because it's just like, yeah, why not? I mean, he's the best unit in the game by far.
Yeah, that's the thing, is he really overshadows like the game's actual like protagonist by. It's not even an insignificant amount. He just makes him look like he doesn't exist.
It is kind of fascinating because there is this kind of misconception that FE12 Marth is a bad unit. He's actually very solid. It's just that he's constantly sitting next to Chris. Like, it makes him look bad by comparison. Like, if you put FE12 Marth into like Shadow Dragon, he would do much better than Shadow Dragon Marth, like by a mile.
Okay. Yeah, Shadow Dragon Marth felt like a babysitting job for quite a while.
Yeah, well, because FE12 Marth is like, he's adult Marth, while FE11 Marth is like kid Marth, right? Like, he's still
true,
like,
but it does still
king.
It does still feel that way though. It's hard to shake that vibe.
the stats reflect it, like they do. Because I mean, if you look at like FE12 Marth, like he has higher bases, he has better growths, or maybe he has the same growths, but he definitely has better bases. And like you look at FE11 Marth, and it's like, oh my god, I have to like invest every stat booster into you just for you to not die. Like not even like do well, it's just not die.
Yeah, and then for me, there's like I hoard my fucking stat boosters for way past the point where I should.
Yeah,
and
well,
it
you know
never
what it
ends
is
well.
with FE11 Marth, he feels like Roy. Like he never promotes. He has lackluster stats, lackluster caps. He does not do well. Oh man, FE11 Marth. But I mean, I don't know. I've always been kind of mixed on. For as much as I love FE12, I don't know how to feel about the insanely high growths, because for me it's like I do generally prefer low growths. I mean, obviously with Xanderon Saga existing and literally just being a ROM hack of Onderon that just cuts the growth rates in half. Like it just, I don't know, it's something about high growth rates, but at the same time, like they can be good. Like I'm not denying that. They can be fun. Like FE4 Gen 2 proves that, but at the same time it's like, nah, I don't know.
Souls of the Forest also kind of had something going with that too, where like it had really high like growth rates and caps and stuff like that. But I kind of think the opposite works more to its favor. Works more to its favor, where like I liked knowing like in Bells, I like knowing that it's Thracia caps. So if I happen to caps. Yeah, so it's everyone is on the same playing field. I'm not sitting here going like, well, this is an impossible chapter because these guys get to do this.
How do you feel about 20 caps overall? Because I feel like I
prefer it. I honestly prefer it.
I do, yeah. Like, it just over time, I've kind of grown to be like, I feel like 20 caps, or at the very least even caps across the board, just works. Like, I don't know.
Well, I'm also a big fan of number crunching. So, like, whenever, like, back when I was a WoW guy, whenever World of Warcraft would do that number crunch thing, where it's like, let's bring all the values down and, like, let you guys feel, like, powerful again without it being stupid. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm on board with that, but oh, I didn't actually hit the checkout. There we go. But yeah, like that's kind of where I was at.
It's interesting because obviously Radiant Dawn, every single class has very, very unique caps, but you get to the point with Radiant Dawn and it's really weird where you start not really looking at units as units and also as classes. Whereas I feel like in a game like Thracia or like FE1 where the caps are like set to 20, you kind of look at units as units more, because it's like, oh well, this unit has like 20 capped in this but like really garbage in this.
Well, one thing I'll definitely say about Radiant Dawn and its penchant for like stats is I have never seen a game less deserving of having skills. Like, you do not need skills in Radiant Dawn because everyone, by the time they can use a mastery skill, they're killing them anyway.
Yeah, it's weird. So Radiant Dawn, I do think, has the best skill system across the board. Like having that, like, oh, you can just like give any unit any skill by trading it around. I think that's great because it like lets you build up units the way you want to build them.
Oh, there they are. I'm like, am I high? Where the fuck are my stink sprays? Where is this?
At the same time with FE10, it's like, I don't know. I agree with you. I do kind of dislike the fact that like those skills, like the mastery skills, are just delete buttons. Like that's all they do. There's nothing
like,
special.
I've never gotten the fucking silence effect off of fucking silencer because the thing is dead. Like, what is gonna live up to fucking Shinon hitting that bitch with a fucking double bow? Nothing. Yeah, nothing is walking away from that.
You're hitting it with like 3 times damage with a double bow.
Yeah.
With Shinon, who's like probably tower ready by that point. Like, what would be the point? You know,
there's none. There's no point.
Well, the other problem with the mastery skills in Radiant Dawn, and I feel like the mastery skills are much better in Path of Radiance. Like, especially stuff like...
Well, they're limited, that's Luna. The thing, but I do think that's to their benefit, because then you actually have to care about those units. Why do I keep forgetting what I came back here for? I'm looking for dice.
I mean, I've actually heard a decent argument that, like, Devdan is, like, one of the best units for using an occult scroll, because, like, he doesn't have any personal skills to begin with, and, like, there's nothing he really wants other than that. So, like, Luna does work for him, which is, like, a good argument, and again, it kind of gives value to it that has no real value. But then you've got like FE10 where it's like, so yeah, every single one of these skills has a sub effect, but the only one that really matters is Sol because it heals you. And that's pretty much it. The rest are just delete buttons.
I think as much as I don't like how much it becomes skill emblem, I do like the fact that Fates gave us personal skills. Because I felt like that's kind of what Radiant Dawn wanted, was for these characters to be associated with these skills. Like,
well, I mean,
we got Wrath,
does have personal skills because it has skills that don't cost anything on a unit. Like Har has cancel for free, which is part of the reason why he's S tier.
But you don't look at cancel and think that's Har's skill. You look at cancel and think, yeah, okay, that's a good skill. I can take it off and give it to someone else. Whereas, like, a personal skill is like, I can't think of any. I'm trying to think of any personal skill from Fates, and I can't think of a single one. Oh my god, why can't I think of a single personal skill from Fates?
I have trouble remembering that Fates exists to begin with.
Valid. Lily's Pose is like a defensive version of Camilla's skill for fucking Elise, and okay, I know I have Elise, which means I have access to this cool skill. But if I were to replace Elise with a different Troubadour, I would have to make do with the fact that I do not have access to that skill. I'm fine with that. But like, when it comes to cancel on Har, for example, it's like, Har does well enough on his own. He does not need cancel if I so choose. So why don't I give cancel to somebody else and make them better? I have not taken away anything that to me is inherently Har, but I have also, I'm not here. I don't fucking know. I'm indecisive when it comes to decorating.
Well, I think with Har too, though, to be fair with like cancel, because cancel is one of the ones that's kind of a bad example, because you do want him to have it anyway, just for the fact that, again, you can just like,
you know what I give Har and just never look back? I give him Nullify. That's it.
Oh, see, I always just keep cancel on him, give him like the Brave Axe, and then just let him like not let the enemy play Fire Emblem in the tower. Because like there are certain units that you definitely want to just hand those skills off to and hand Brave Weapons off to, because it's just like you can prevent so much from ever happening if you just do that. It's kind of like how if you max out Valug, this is kind of a funny strat, because Valug has no defense but has a ton of HP. If you give him like Vantage, Wrath, Resolve, all that stuff, it's just funny because he like permanently sits at like 10 HP, but he can't physically get hit and does like so much damage. It's like they didn't think about that at all. It's like, hey, so do you think giving this unit no defense but like a fuck ton of HP and access to all these skills that proc off of low HP would be a bad idea? No? All right, let's do it. It's fine.
Well, like that's kind of what Fates will eventually devolve into too, is just this unit bogged down with like 5 busted ass, maybe 6 busted ass skills. I forget how many you get in that game. Which that's why I said I like how it starts by like giving them like their personal skills, things that they only can have, and you can't unequip them of them. Or at least I don't think you can. Can you unequip personal skills? I don't think you can, right?
I have not played Fates in like 10 years.
Can you unequip, like, okay, I'll use what Crisp said there. Can Arthur unequip his fucking bad luck skill? I don't think he can. I'm pretty sure he can.
I think so.
So that's what I associate as like a personal skill. Like I like it because it's unique to that. Okay, they can't. Thank you. So I like it for that. But then yeah, like okay, well now there's but because all the other classes will give a specific skill at like level 5 and like level 15. You now have optimal and unoptimal paths to train people. Like I think every single time I played Fates, I make sure that Sophie and Soleil can go down basically the same path, so they can eventually get soul and then like a weapon breaking ability for something that they're bad against. Like without fail, it's always that, and like that's boring.
It is. It does.
So
get very boring.
it's a catch-22.
It is kind of, I don't know. It is kind of the problem with Radiant Dawn as well, is the fact that like you can just do the tower canceling strats and just kind of completely trivialize the end game, because then you like end up using the same units every single time, right? Like you'll use Shannon, you'll use Har, you'll use Jill, you'll use like whoever would be a good candidate for the Brave Sword in that situation. Usually I find it's Mia.
Mia works. I trained Mist up to have it before. I usually give Mist the Eldonite, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, she is a good candidate for Eldonite. She is.
Yeah. But it's a tough one, because like it's a problem that I don't have a solution for. Because like I've heard that Engage handles personal skills differently, but then it also has the fucking rings. So personal skills kinda sorta don't really matter that much anyway. Because you're
I
gonna
will state-
you're gonna be interjecting rings onto them anyway.
Engage, it did matter when I did the ringless run. That was when it came in clutch, but the rest of the time I agree with you. It's like, no.
Well, yeah, but I mean, anyone not doing a challenge run is gonna run into that exact thing too. Like, yeah, you're right. The ring don't matter, or the personal skill don't matter because the ring ain't there.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. I'm with Engage. It's like for every one idea it has that I like, there's like 10 ideas in that game that I despise, and it's like it's just a constant problem. And don't even get me started on the animation, because I think we actually like rip my eyes out if I have to look at Engage one more time. Like just the colors and like the way units move. Like people say, oh, the animations are good. They go back to kind of like the GBA era, where it's like, oh, they went for like more flashy and heavy animations. But I'm like, are they really that heavy? They don't look like they have that much weight to them.
I liked a couple of animations, specifically in Engage is the one with the toothpaste hero. Yes, Sam. I liked a couple of things for Engage's animation. I'm not gonna try and sit here and fucking say it's perfect, because it's absolutely not. It's way too anime. But then again, Fire Emblem's been struggling with that for quite a while now. But like something as subtle as like when Chloe attacks, she goes from like this cute, smiling, like very lighthearted character, and she just gets like fucking shit got real all of a sudden. And I like that. I like that quite a bit. But
Yeah.
that is more the exception instead of the rule. I just realized I boxed these fucking tables and these fucking machines in the way.
But I don't know. For me, the games that I've always liked animation-wise when it comes to Fire Emblem, I like FE4 and 5's animations quite a bit. They feel very grounded, but at the same time, they're still somewhat flashy. You know, and especially like the crits, and of course the paladin like jumping animation that like all the promote calves have in FE4 is fantastic.
Oh yeah, where they do like the big old leaps over.
Yeah, I fucking love that. I think that's great. It's a nice little touch.
Yeah, it's an added level of detail that didn't need to be there, which is really solid.
The weirdest part too is, and it kind of occurred to me while I was practicing for the draft race with FE12, it's not that the animations themselves, or at least the way they're conceptualized, is bad in the DS era. It's just the fact that like they look so ugly. Because like the Axe Fighter crit's a great example of that. Like the way they do like the spin around, that looks great if it was in like sprite format. If it was in like GBA sprite, it would look good. The problem is it's in those crusty ass DS sprites where they just look like gross Play-Doh.
I think the DS sprites in general just look like that. There's not a single good thing I can fucking say about the DS sprites. Unfortunately, like as negative as I don't want to be, I really can't justify in any capacity the DS sprites. They just look atrocious to me.
They look bad, but you know what I will give those games credit for? The map tiles look good.
Yeah, but most of the maps are boring.
I would disagree with that. I think some of the maps are pretty great.
I guess like maybe I'm just being overly harsh. It's been a while since I've seen them, so that might be why. I think what I might do before the next stream is I might move the posters
has more
up there.
boring maps. I think FE12 kind of like, especially some of the revisited maps in FE12 where they go back to maps from like FE1/11 are definitely better designed, because they're like, oh, this is how we fix this map to flow better. But like, I do agree, some of the original maps in FE12 have bad map flow to them, but the ones that are like remakes of other maps are typically good, except for the map where you fight Harden. Fuck that map. That map is horribly designed, like in every possible way. It is just, we're going to send squads of enemies at you, and we hope to God that you are built to fight them. It is not good.
Wait, I just fucking covered that up. You go there now. Because I'm not stupid and definitely forgot about that.
Bro's becoming a hoarder. He's got you're running out of space in your shop. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can expand the wall again once I get a little bit more, but I don't want to overexpand, because the bigger the shop is, the more your electricity bill is. So I think we're just gonna give this the old.
Yes, table in the street, classic.
Yep, it's the classic move. I wish I could put a carpet down here, but there's no rug textures yet. The graded tier god cards, well, some of them.
When we get around to doing
we
that,
got Winged Dragon of Ra.
that FE podcast series, I would like to not only go through like ROM hacks, but also the mainline games, because
I think it would be good to. I think you would want to alternate. I think would be a good way to do it. Would do one where we talk about like a popular ROM or like a really well-known ROM, and then we do like every now and then we sprinkle in. Here's an episode where we talk about just a canon game.
Yeah,
and it would be like maybe like that's where we bring in like an extra person to do it or something like that, because I think we'll have a higher chance of finding people who have played the physical canon games over the people who have played ROM hacks. Don't touch that. That's mine.
That's my table that I threw in the street because I don't care about it.
Well, we don't have any traffic on the street. It's a walking only street.
Oh, good.
Also, I've just been kind of killing time until I can arbitrarily be like, all right, I think I've done enough stuff, and I think this is a good place to leave off. So I'm going to call it there, because we're pretty much almost at the 3-hour mark, and
we are.
If we keep going with this current thought of discussion, we're going to start just doing more Fire Emblem podcast stuff, and I want to wait until we actually are ready for that.
Yeah, that's a good point. I feel like, because I do feel like we've kind of run the course here, and other than talking about stuff we plan to talk about during that podcast, I really don't think we have much left to discuss.
No, I mean, not without like you sleeping and me thinking of a couple more topics. But before we go, is there anything that you want to say to the fine people at home?
Play Geb FE.
Okay, well, don't listen to that. That's terrible. But what you should do is go and fucking follow Mr. Zap Plays on YouTube. The link is in the chat now. It will also be on the VOD, but do it now. And
do it now, come on. Do it.
I'm here, click me.
Click me, come on.
That's gonna be it for tonight. Tomorrow, tentative plans are to have Sylvie Sablewing on for one of these, but I haven't heard back from her yet, so if that does not happen, then I might take a small break from this and come back on Friday. Or if Sparky ever actually gives me a concrete time to do his episode of this. I'm not sure when that's going to be. Because he's just got to let me know when works for him, and we will be good. And then we will have possibly the most degenerate episode of TCG Card Simulator we've ever had.
Well, he's got to beat me out, so I will be impressed if he does.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's going to, just by nature of it being, like, horny on main. But for now, we leave you with that. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and for being here, and for being awesome, and remember that you are loved, you are valued. Close the fucking game already. God fucking damn it. There we go. You are loved, you are mattered. Well, you are matter. I'm fucking this up. Xander, say goodbye to people.
Goodbye and play Geb FE.
Don't do that. Don't do that part. But goodbye.